Oh my goodness. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome back to another live stream. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Happy birthday to anybody whose birthday is today. Dragon Onion, it's your birthday, ain't it? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, fellow Leos. Raise your hand if it's your birthday. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining today's live stream. I was running behind a little bit today because I was on Discord, kind of just, shooting the shit back and forth, talking about Chris Watts and whatnot. So, it's really fun, really fun. So, if you are one of my moderators, you guys do have access to Discord. So go ahead and check it out. Just Josie posted it on the community page. So if you go there and click on the link, it should take you over to the Discord application. So it's gonna be like an application. Don't worry, you're not applying for, a job or anything. You don't have to submit your resume. All you have to do is tell me your username, and then I'll go ahead and add you. So yeah, go ahead and do that. If you want to, of course, you don't have to. You're not obligated to, but you do have that access to. So yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead. Aw, thank you so much, DK. Thank you. Yeah, you guys, today we are going to be continuing with unmasking Nichol Kessinger. So many of you have asked for it, and I'm down for it because it's really good content. I will give it to Unmasking True Crime or Unmasked True Crime, sorry. Very, very good content. I already went ahead and gave her a thumbs up because I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy the content. I also subscribe to her channel, so you guys, yeah, if you haven't done so already and you want to watch the content without my commentary, which I don't know why you would be here if you want to watch the video without commentary because I'm going to comment. Duh. I feel like I have to give a disclaimer. My channel is a satirical commentary channel. I will read somewhere in the comments here and there, someone will be like, I watch you because I love your commentary, but you're also super unprofessional. And I'm like, "Mm, I'm a satirical commentator. What do you mean? I'm unprofessional. I'm a professional shit talker. Does that work? Does that make me professional? So I don't know. I just have to keep reminding people. My channel is very much commentary. I give my commentary based on my opinion. Of course, I do use evidence to make my commentary, but I crack jokes, right? So if you think I'm unprofessional because I'm mocking people, I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, like I said, I'm a professional shit talker, right? I'm a professional satirical commentator. So I guess I am still a professional. Anyway, I felt like I needed to throw that out there because yeah, like I said again, just looking through so many comments, people will say things. They like give me a backhanded compliment. They'll be like, "Oh, I agree with a lot of things you're saying, but you're also a huge bitch," right? And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Or they'll be like, "Yeah, I agree with your analysis, or you're very insightful, but you're also very mean." And I'm like, "What, more mean than Chris Watts? Am I more mean than Nicole Kessinger? I don't know what you want from me. Do you know what these people did? You think I'm mean? Do you know what Chris Watts did to his family? This is what I don't understand. Sometimes I'm like, so you don't want me to be mean to Chris Watts? I mean, he annihilated his family. If anyone deserves it more than anyone, it's him." So again, I don't understand. You're never unprofessional, Rocks. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Shelly. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know why they bother watching if they got a problem. Yeah, well, it just happens. Sometimes, you just you can't satisfy everybody, right? It's the one thing I've learned in the year that I've been doing this. I can't please everyone. I really can't, You either like me or you don't. But I just find it very interesting, all the comments that I read. There's also comments of people thinking thinking that I hate Nicole Kessinger just because she's a homewrecker. Like, I really don't care that she's a homewrecker. I really don't. Is it bad that she's a homewrecker? I mean, yeah, morally it's not good, but I'm not going after this woman just because she went after a married man. At the end of the day, it's still the married person's responsibility to say no to the person that is coming after them, right? Nicole Kessinger was going after Chris Watts, but she's not the one who was married. He was. He had the responsibility, and most of the responsibility fell on him to say no to her because he's the one with the family, not her. And so, yeah, while I don't agree with her being a homewrecker, that's not why we're making these videos. I am going after Nicole Kessinger because the evidence points to her being involved. More than her being a homewrecker, I care that she was involved in the annihilation of 4 innocent people. That's what I care about. I care that 2 babies died, actually 3, right? 2, a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, an unborn child, and a pregnant woman. That is what I care about. I really don't give a shit that she's a homewrecker. That is not illegal. Being a homewrecker in this country is not illegal. It is not against the law. It is not a crime. But planning the murders, the annihilation of 4 innocent people, that is a crime. And that's what I care about. I don't care that she's a homewrecker. I really don't care. Whatever. Again, like I said, the responsibility of that falls on the married person. If a married person is being pursued, it is their responsibility to say, "No, get the hell away from me. I'm married. I love my family. I'm not interested in you. Go away." Right? It's their responsibility. Nicole Kessinger had nothing to lose. She was single. She's like, "Oh, I want that guy. I want him so badly." And she went after him. So it's like, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's bad, but again, I don't really care. I care that she was involved. That's what I care about. I care about justice. That's what I care about. If Chris Watts is in prison and she's the one that made him do it, I want her in prison too, because that's justice. That's what I care about. But anyway, I just felt like I needed to give that disclaimer, right? Just very, very quickly. It took me how many minutes? Oh God, it took me almost 8 minutes. But yeah, just a very quick disclaimer. I'm looking at the facts, man. you know, I'm looking at facts. And yeah, if you think I'm mean just because I'm like, making fun of her, I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, read about what Chris Watts did. That's mean. But anyway, fuck. Yeah, right. right. Crime hierarchy. Thanks, Emily, Emily just she gave us a whole like mathematical equation here. Crime hierarchy. Yeah, family annihilation, cheating. Exactly. What is greater here? The cheating or the annihilation? The annihilation. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thanks, Emily, for that. Thank you. Thank you for that mathematical equation. Some people just, I guess they don't get it. They're like, what's worse? I think being mean to the perpetrators is worse than the perpetrators murdering people. Hmm? What world do you live in? I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And like I said, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I'm not really here to be liked. I'm just here for justice. I'm gonna keep talking about the case and keep talking about all of the evidence that we have. I'm gonna keep pulling up the calendars. I'm gonna keep making documentaries until somebody hears it, right? Like that's really my point here. I don't really care about anything else. But anyway, all right, guys. That's enough of the disclaimer. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. Yeah, this is part 2 of unmasking Nicole Kessinger. And yeah, I think we're gonna do the full series because so many of you have requested it. I really do like this creator. I find that she also sticks to the facts and the evidence. And, I think like us, she sees that Nicole Kessinger is very clearly involved in something, right? If not, planning it or giving him the idea or cleaning up, she definitely was the catalyst at the very least. At the very least, she knew that she was responsible for these murders in any way, right? In a way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and dive into this video.
Hey guys, this is part 2 of the Unmasking NK series. This is
Oh, you guys can't even hear me. Yeah, I'm gonna turn up the volume here. Yeah, some of these videos are either really loud or really low, so I don't wanna blow out your eardrums. I just wanna make sure it's good to go. All right, let's go ahead and dive in.
This is from her second interview with investigators on August 16th, 2018. The interview takes place at the Thornton Police Department with agents Kevin Kovac and Tim Martinez. NK's dad accompanied her to the interview. She doesn't bring an attorney, which I find interesting considering the gravity of the situation. At this point, Shanann's body has been found and recovered, and they are in the process of recovering the girls. So this is a whole different ballgame. In this video, the flow is slightly different, so we will follow the order of the interview because there is a lot to go over. And again, I want to say thank you and give a shout out to the amazing group of people that helped contribute to this video. So let's just get right down to it.
I thought my headphones broke. Yeah, sorry guys. I know, yeah, you just lip read, all right? Just lip read. Oh man, it happens, you guys. It happens. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, sometimes I'll just be talking. I'm like, and I don't realize that the volume is down. Oh man. God, I'm such a noob. How long have I been live streaming? And I still don't get it. Oh man. It's been I've been live streaming now for like how long? It's been like 8 months. And I still can't seem to get it together. Anyway, all right, let's let's continue.
But it's hard not to get annoyed almost immediately listening to this. I know so far we've done basically kind of just the facts type of discussion, but this one is different. She's right out of the gate in this interview with lie after lie. When the interview begins, her tone is very quiet, subdued. She's mumbling, it's hard to understand her. The agent asks her to speak up so they can hear her and get it on the recording. Her tone changes drastically throughout the course of the interview. And this matters because it is August 16th, the day they're recovering the girls from the tanks, and she is now fully aware of the scope of what's happened. The agents
Yep.
start right out wanting to know all about the relationship. So he asks her if she knew that Chris was married, and she responds he didn't have a wedding ring on his finger. As we know from watching what we posted in the first one, and if you haven't watched the first video, please do, because I'll be referencing that and connecting dots from that. You may not understand what I'm referring to if you don't.
Yeah, you guys remember when she said, "Oh, I didn't see a wedding ring on his finger." Well, yeah, I mean, he worked out in the field. Why would he be wearing a wedding ring? And the thing is, she answered the question indirectly. She was asked, "Did you know that he was married?" And she said, "Well, I didn't see a wedding ring." That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. She clearly knew that Chris was married. He showed her photos of the girls. He even had photos, his background, right? My background is Mr. Butters. Of course, my baby. But he had photos of his girls. She very clearly knew that he was married. But she lied, of course. She lied. And again, this is part of why we're talking about Nichol Kessinger is not because, oh, I just don't like the way she looks or because she's a homewrecker or because, she's wearing a mask or because I don't like her taste in bikini color. I don't care about that. I care that there is evidence that she was fucking lying the whole time. She's a pathological liar. So she needs to be looked into. Why is she lying so much? If she had nothing to hide, why lie about every single thing? If she had nothing to hide, why is she deleting text messages? Why is she Googling, will the police find my text messages after I delete them? Why is she Googling, what is the difference between an SMS and an iMessage and message detail and message content? All of those things could make anybody think that she is guilty of something.
But as we know from the Google searches, all of the public posts that we show you in the first video, she would have seen him and Shanann together, what the status of their relationship is, the girls and the girls' names, which will come into play in just a minute. And that response is a sidestep of saying yes or no. And it means nothing because we know that she did know the full status of his marriage and relationship.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. All she ever did was sidestep. Right? I mean, we know that already because we've been watching the friggin' videos, right? Every single video of her, she sidesteps. She does the what is called hedging, kind of, sorta, maybe. I don't really know. Right? She does the whole like she just doesn't answer directly ever.
And as you'll remember from video one, Nicole Googled Chris Watts on August 3rd, 2017, and Shanann Watts on September 1st, 2017, and January 7th, 2018. These were deleted searches.
Um, and he didn't have a wedding ring on his finger. And every time I talked to him, he didn't tell me that he was in a relationship. He didn't even mention his kids right away either.
Oh my God, he didn't even mention his kids right away either. That is a lie. That is objectively a lie. Okay, that is not an opinion. That is a lie. It is an objective fact that she lied. I mean, do we need to go over the emails again? Let's go ahead and, for all the people in the back, all right? What did she just say? Here, let's go ahead and just play it again. She lied. And here's why.
Every time I talked to him, he didn't tell me that he was in a relationship. He didn't even mention his kids right away either.
He didn't even mention his kids right away either. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the evidence, the facts of this case. Let's see. She lied, right? Obviously, she lied. Look at this. Chris agreed. It is always nice to find people you can relate to. I enjoy talking to you as well. I feel understood. I'm looking for someone to build a beautiful life with. Seems so simple, but is so unrealistic sometimes. Build something similar to what you have done with your wife. Does that say wife? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little blind. Here, let me just put on my glasses. Or not sunglasses, but my glasses. It says wife. I read wife. And it says what you have done with your wife and those cute little girls. That's what I'm reading. Are you guys seeing the same thing I'm seeing? I see the same thing. I don't know. Maybe am I hallucinating? I see here it says wife. And the date that this was sent was June 12, 2018. Wife and those cute little girls. I do believe in karma. So out of respect for myself, you and your family, I think it's best that we keep that friendship at work. Out of respect for myself, you, and your family, I think it is best that we keep that friendship at work. I mean, is this not obvious? Is this not an obvious lie? Or am I blind? Are we all just blind in this in this chat? Are we all just insane? I don't understand. Again, she's lying. Why is she lying? If she's not guilty, why is she lying? Like, come on, right? I'm looking to build a beautiful life similar to what you have done with your wife and those cute little girls. So she's lying to police and she said, no, he never told me. He didn't even tell me right off the bat that he had children. And it's clearly right here in writing. It is in black and white. We can always pull it up. I know that I'm being annoying right now and I just keep harping on the same thing over and over, but I really don't understand where people are confused. Where is the confusion here? Can someone please explain the confusion? I'm confused as to why people can't see that she's lying. This is a lie. Oh man. Man. Ellie had the emails. Why never question her about her own words? Exactly, Julie, right? It's the same question we all have. Why is she lying then? Okay, here, let's go ahead and start with a poll. Why is she lying? Other than her hiding her guilt or her possible involvement, what is another reason for her to lie? Is she just incapable of telling the truth? Is this something where she just has some type of, I don't know, syndrome? She's got the pathological liar syndrome, and it's just, she just has some type of untreated lying disorder. Is that what we think? She just has a disorder where she just lies for no reason? Okay, let's go ahead and ask. Why is NK lying? Constantly. Here, let's go ahead and add that too. Constantly. The thing here is she didn't just lie once or twice or here and there. She lied all the time. All the time. So why is she lying constantly? So let's see. She has a disease, right? She has she has the pathological liar syndrome, PLS. She has PLS. Okay, and we know that stands for pathological liar syndrome. Or she's involved. She's involved, right? Oh no, but she's probably just not involved. She's probably just she's ashamed, right? A lot of people think she's just ashamed. She's ashamed that she wrecked a family. She's ashamed she wrecked a home. And what would be the last one? I'm not going to do all of the above because all the above would kind of be saying that she's also ashamed that she wrecked a home, which I don't think she is because she did not care about wrecking the home. So the fourth option is going to be, what could the fourth option be? She's sick in the head. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. PLS. Yeah. She's sick in the head because she has PLS, pathological liar syndrome, which is something that can't be treated, apparently. Okay, here. Let's go ahead and add. Just some people just, I don't know. I just have no inclination. All right. Let's go ahead and do this poll. Okay, so why is NK lying constantly? She has pathological liar syndrome. It is some type of disease that just happens. People just lie for no reason whatsoever. She's just a liar. Because she was involved, because she's ashamed that she wrecked a home. Oh, I'm just so ashamed. Apparently, that's why she also Googled Amber Fry, because she's so ashamed. I mean, someone who's that ashamed would not be looking up how much did Google or how much did Google. I was about to say Google Fry. Oh man. Oh God, it's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday, and I'm already just fucking crazy already. But yeah, she wouldn't be Googling how much money did Amber Fry make off her book deal if she was really all that ashamed, right? See, these are all the questions I have. And I really do want to understand why people don't think that she is involved. Like, I really have a hard time understanding that side. I really do. Pregnant. Yeah, leave Jim alone. Why? Why? Yeah, Google fries with some Coke. Of course, deadline. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, and I did get your email. Oh man, like I said, I was so busy this morning. I want to reply. I'm gonna reply to your last email too, deadline. So thank you. But yeah. Let me know your question, deadline. I'll definitely post it. And VBug, I forgot to post your question from yesterday. Which one is winning? She's involved. She's involved is winning. Why is NK lying constantly? Is because she was involved. 75%. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, deadline. All right, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Wait, I don't believe Chris was going to get the ring appraised. He fucking knew how much it cost. Oh, of course he did. Yeah, absolutely. I think she suggested it. Thoughts? Oh, absolutely. Deadline. I 100% agree with you. I don't think, of course not. Wait, that is such a good question. You know what? I'm going to write that down because I'm going to forget it. Okay, remember, I just had a birthday yesterday, so I'm going to forget it because, I just have elderly brain. I have elderly brain, so let's see. Oh yeah, who asked Potato Head to appraise the ring. Right. I definitely think she's the one who gave him the idea. Yeah, because he's the one who bought her the ring, so he would have an idea how much it costs. So why would he be looking at it and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna appraise that. I'm pretty sure I can get some money out of it." Right? The way that Nicole Kessinger says it. No, I think she's the one that gave him the idea. She's the one who's like, "Sell it. Pawn it, man. See how much money you can get from it, babe." Right? Or whatever she calls him. My sexy burrito or whatever. I mean, if she's an empanada, what is he? My sexy salchicha, right? Sausage. My sexy Canadian bacon. Like, what is she calling him? Who knows what his nickname is? What do we think his nickname was? What do we think Nicole's nickname for Chris was? Yeah, I am getting old, T. Yeah, I'm definitely getting old. Oh, man. Pawn it, man. Yeah, she wants that money going to her now. Yeah, queso dip. Oh, man. Hey, my sexy queso dip. Potato sausage. Do we know how much the ring costs? I heard a coworker interview that Chris Wells is telling everyone it was worth 10K. I doubt it. There is no way. When you no. See, they're just the value is not yeah, it's not really that much. You're not gonna get the value back. But I don't know. You guys let me know. Guacamole brains. Come here, my sexy guacamole brains. I love it because he does have guacamole brains. But you definitely know, you know, it was a Mexican dish, all right? So whatever nickname Nicole had for Chris, it was a Mexican dish. So what do we think it was? Oh man, 10K to 15K. Is that how much it was originally purchased for though? Because when you appraise it definitely loses value. I mean, to be able to get that much money back is difficult. And it would be very challenging. You would have to really do some convincing to get the person that you're selling it to pay you more than what you paid for it. My cheesy Dorito. Frijoles. Oh man, you guys are funny. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue. Oh man. Oh, now she pawns her auntie stuff. How many times she robbed her, according to her cousin. Oh man, McGurley. Yeah, he told the author 3 months' salary. 3 months? Wait, what kind of ring was this? How many carats of gold and was it a real diamond? I mean, that's insane. Wow. I've seen people try to sell their engagement rings on our Facebook marketplace. Yeah, crazy, bad juju. Oh, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, I would be mad if my husband spent 10K on a ring. I mean, 10K is a bit much. It's very steep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a down payment on a house. Yeah. Yeah, not really. It depends on the price of gold and the weight of the ring. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the gold. It depends on the weight. I don't know if do diamonds sell? Do they keep their value? I don't know if they retain their value all that much. 3 months salary. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and keep voting. We'll definitely come back to the ring because I am very curious about it, and I do want to ask the question that Deadline posed because it's a very good question. Actually, I've never even thought of that. Although, yeah, I do believe that it was Nicole Kessinger that gave him the idea. All right, okay, let's go ahead and continue.
And then one day he told me that he had 2 kids. I was like, that's pretty cool. And started telling me about his kids.
That sounded like a sarcastic comment.
No, I thought it was kind of cute. I was like, oh, he's a dad. It was like right around Father's Day too. So whenever that is in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not good with
Whenever that is, she says. You know, the funniest part about what she just said is that she's like, I think it was cute that he's a dad. No, he's a daddy. Oh my God, it's so cute that it's like Father's Day or whatever. Wait, when is Father's Day? Dad? When is Father's Day? Isn't it in like June or whatever? Oh, that's right. What? Daddy Dwayne is sitting there like, really? I'm here trying to get you out of trouble and you don't even know when Father's Day is? Oh my goodness. Oh man. Imagine that. Poor guy, right? Poor Daddy Dwayne. He's like, oh man, my daughter doesn't know when my day is. Oh, goodness. This it just adds to the irony of this whole thing. Does she know that children are dead during this interview? She does. Yeah. Yeah, because this is the interview on the 16th. So here, let's go ahead and pull up the calendar. Right. I like to back up what I'm saying with the claims. Or sorry, I like to back up my claims with the evidence. So, okay, here it is. So on the 16th, yes, she already knew because Chris was arrested on the 15th and the interview that we're listening to was on the 16th. So she already knew. The girls and Shanann had already been retrieved. Their bodies had already been retrieved from Survey 319. So she knew. Oh, yeah, she was definitely aware. All right, let's continue.
with holidays.
He told me he had kids, and then it was Father's Day shortly after that. So that's what I do know. And I was like, I know.
Whoa.
She told me that, and then it was a Father's Day shortly thereafter, so that's what I knew.
Oh, my goodness. That's a lot. All right, let's continue.
I thought it was cute. And then he was telling me about him. He was pretty excited about him. And then he mentioned that he did have a significant other.
Notice how she says he did mention that he has a significant other. What is significant other? It's like she's trying to minimize their relationship, right? Significant other can really mean anything, but she wasn't just a significant other. She was his wife. They were legally married. But she definitely tries to pull back on the meaning of wife, so that's why she says significant other. Oh, I don't know. He has an SO. I don't know. He has a gal. He has a woman. No, he has a wife. He has a family. That's what he has, not a significant other. I mean, sure, if we want to call her a significant other or partner, that's fine too, but she also has a title, and her title is wife and mother. Anyway, let's continue.
And then he told me that those two were in the process of a separation.
Did he mention?
Okay, right here. See, she knows for a year, right? This is the thing here that if we are going to be watching or, looking through all of this data, right? Everything that we assume Nicole to know, then we are going to have to think that she, if she was stalking Shanann in 2017, then that means that she kept stalking her well into her relationship with Chris, right? If we are to believe that she was looking up Shanann in 2017, then why wouldn't we believe that she kept looking her up while she's in a relationship with Chris? It makes no sense, right? I mean, come on. I think if anything, she would be looking her up even more because now she's in a relationship with the man that she was looking for, right? So, I mean, of course, she's going to be way more obsessed at this point. Does that, I don't know, right? Does the math here? Does it make sense? Huevos. Egghead. Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, she downplayed her role. She's a wife. Yeah, mother. Yes, exactly. She downplays their marriage. Exactly, KTD. Yeah, he had a wife. Yeah, she's downplaying it. She doesn't want to really give that much importance into what she was to him. And I think that she really just doesn't like to say it. She really doesn't. It really triggers her. Her body can't handle the word wife, right? Because it makes her really, really angry, right? And this is why I really believe that there was some type of envy, jealousy. She really had this visceral reaction every time that she was asked to say Shanann's name. And this, I mean, I'm not making it up. You can watch her interviews and see that every time that she is asked what's her name, she goes,
Shit, man.
"What is that? Who does that? Why can't she just say her name?" But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at this poll here. Why is NK lying constantly? 77% say that she is involved. We have 90 votes in. The next one is she has PLS. She has pathological liar syndrome. And then the other one is no inclination, and then she's ashamed that she wrecked the home. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll. I do want to ask the question about the ring. Let's go ahead and ask that one too. Okay, do we think that it was Nichol Kessinger? Do we think it was NK who told Chris to pawn the ring? Yes, no. Okay, just 3 options here. All right, do we think it was NK who told Potato to pawn the ring? Yes, no, or need more evidence? Right. Can't really say. You have no inclination. I don't really know. Or was it Chris that came up with the idea? Deadline. I'm not the 3% this time. Hey, thank you so much for being honest. Thank you. And like I said, I will occasionally laugh at the 2 or the 3%. I'll say it's either Nicole Kessinger or Glory Hole. Gloria Holia, Glory Hole. Some person that just doesn't like me. But it's not made to, just don't take offense to it. It really is just a joke. Like I said, I'm a professional shit talker. If people they don't think I'm a professional. I'm like, hey, I crack jokes. I don't really know what you want me to do. Okay, let's continue.
Mention the children's name or his significant other's name.
I didn't know his significant other's name for a while. And then I think he told me his kids' names pretty quick, but to be honest with you, on an exact date of when that happened, I don't know.
I don't think it's really necessary to spend any more time on this topic.
No. If you want me to give you an exact date of when that happened, I don't know. Have we noticed that she also moves the goalpost? Have we noticed that? When she's asked a question, she's not even asked to remember specific dates, but she already says, if you're asking for specifics, I'm already telling you, I don't know. It was so long ago. This was 3 minutes ago. You want me to remember something that happened 3 minutes ago? No, it's impossible. I don't have specifics. Well, no one asked her for specifics. No one. She's willingly giving information again that she wasn't asked about it. But it's because she keeps moving the goalpost. She says, "Oh, I don't know. You're asking me the question, but if you ask me for specifics, good luck. Ain't gonna happen." Right? So Veroscope likes to say, "Ain't gonna happen," because that's exactly what she said. Ain't gonna happen. Wow. Look at this. Bella and Cece's names are on most posts. Yeah, because they are.
I think it's clear she was well aware of Shanann and the girls. In part 1, the investigators briefly touched on when the relationship started. They circle back to it here.
But at that point, we just took it to his phone because I just felt it was better that way. And we just continued to talk, and then
Let me go back to the park. Where's the park?
it's down the street from my house. It's called East Lake.
She mumbles when resentful of giving info. Do we agree with this statement? I do. Yeah, she mumbles and she lowers her voice. She goes,
I don't know how to turn on my Wi-Fi.
right? That's what she does. So again, what is it? Is she just lying? Is she really just lowering her voice because her lungs hurt? Oh, the air is so polluted here in Denver. My lungs hurt. Is that what's going on? Come on. Really? Let's continue.
Like number 3.
Your house
Yes.
in Northglenn?
Yes.
And that was in the June timeframe.
Yeah, or like the beginning of July. It was like right around my birthday. Like so sometime at the very end of June or the beginning of July.
Okay.
Their timeline is one of the biggest lies. Yeah.
And that's the first meeting you had outside of work.
Yeah.
Basic conversation for a first date?
I mean, we kept it pretty simple, I guess, you know. I don't even remember everything we talked about. We
Sure.
were there for a few hours. But
Understand so if I ask about conversation, what I'm looking for, was he talking about his family during any of these meetings? Those are the kind of, I understand, whatever you guys were talking about, relationship, your life, your interests, those things, we don't need to know that. What I'm interested in is knowing is when he brings up his children, when he brings up his wife, when he brings up financial information, when he brings up his home, when he brings up anything that may have been, and it's been a few days, so you've had a chance to reflect on some articles that you may have read, and you know, unfortunately, that you're in a situation where somebody has been murdered. And that information, when you look backwards in your memory with the conversations with Chris, anything that he might have said that would be relative to that, and I'm not just, even if he one day he was mad and he said, I want to do this or do that, anything like that. If he ever made any kind of statements that you were like, whoa, that was weird, or why would he say that, or why did he mention that? Do you understand what I'm
no,
looking
I
for?
completely understand. I just feel like some of this happened so long ago that
Here we go. Here we go with the excuses. She's already like, no, I completely understand that. Yeah, I know that you're telling me that these 4 people have been murdered and whatnot, and you're asking me to remember if there's anything weird about Chris that I may remember in retrospect. But the thing is, I don't really remember because it was so long ago. Already with the excuses. Already saying, oh, I don't know, it was so long ago. No, it wasn't. It wasn't, though. How does she remember where she sat at BJ's? At BJ's restaurant on August 29th. She remembers where she sat. Upstairs, over to the left, right next to the booth that has the window with the mosquito that just ran into it, right? How does she know all this? But she doesn't remember very basic information. She remembers all of these other little things. When did Chris's weight loss journey start? It started on July 4th. When did it end? Oh, it ended on August 11th, right? It's right here, August 11th. Oh, this is how much weight he lost. 15 pounds from July 4th through August 11th. But she doesn't know all the other questions. I mean, come on. That is, I mean, come on. Like, what is the reason for this? What is the reason for her lying, for her remembering other things that have no value in this investigation, but she doesn't remember the things that matter? She just has selective amnesia. It's very convenient that she has selective amnesia. She forgets the things that she wants to forget and remembers the things that she wants to remember.
I can't tell you like the exact words of the exact conversation at the exact time and place because it's like we had a lot of conversations. I mean,
Right, here we go again. This is her moving the goalpost. I can't tell you the exact conversation at the exact day and the exact time and the exact hour and the exact second. No one asked her that. No one is asking her to remember exact locations and exact hours. It's just overall, what the fuck were you guys talking about during that 111-minute conversation? It's that simple, right? She's not being asked, what did you and Chris talk about at the 11-minute mark? Obviously, right? Obviously, no one's going to remember that. If you ask me, what did I talk about at the beginning of this live stream at the 20-minute mark? I don't know, right? I don't remember. But I do not have an idea of what I was talking about. I've been talking about Nichol Kessinger, right? I've been talking about all her lies. I remember the polls that I started, right? It's not even that long ago, but she doesn't remember a lot of things. Anyway, let's continue.
We talked every single day. So it's
So if there's
like
a,
I'm trying to help you guys with the stuff, like the stuff that's more current, I can give you guys a lot more like detail and exact times. But when you're asking me about something that happened 6 weeks ago and exactly what was said, it's like, I mean, I'm sure I can give you a general idea, but to be honest with you, like to pinpoint exact words, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. To pinpoint exact words, it's not going to happen. No one asked her to. Yeah, exactly, Debbie. Diarrhea of the mouth. Yes, diarrhea of the mouth. She just keeps going on and on and on. If you want me to do this, then yeah, maybe, but I can probably remember general things, but not exacts. Except she remembers a bunch of other things. Yeah, she remembers she had tacos. Oh, yeah, I did. I had tacos when we went to the Bandimere Speedway. Yeah, we went to that one restaurant. What is it called? It's something about the rooftop something, but I don't really remember. But we had tacos. Yeah, she remembers that, but she doesn't remember anything else. How convenient.
She briefly discusses how much they had in common, that Chris was a gearhead and she was always interested in cars. She talks a lot about their common interest in health and fitness. She also talks about, in these interviews, how Chris is an introvert, but around her, he said he could be himself.
Yeah, she says this a lot, doesn't she? Oh, I don't think that he murdered his woman or his family because he met in a fucking amazing woman like me. Oh, I'm just such a breath of fresh air. So when he got with me, I guess he just forgot about everything else. I mean, that's probably why he murdered his family, because I'm a breath of fresh air. She says all of this, right? And she constantly says it throughout the interviews. She makes herself sound like she's such a, like this perfect, wonderful partner and human being, and she's so helpful. And that's probably why, but she doesn't think so, right? She's like, I don't believe that a man would murder his family just because they met an amazing woman like me. I mean, I know I'm amazing, but I'm not that amazing. Oh my goodness. She is so cocky, conceited, right? She's like, I know that, having this body and being in fitness is a lifestyle, Kevin. Did you know that? It's a lifestyle to be this good looking, this fit, right? She constantly makes her, she just one ups people constantly. But anyway, she's such an amazing woman. Yeah, yeah, exactly. She was pitching to Kevin. She said, "What do you think, Kevin? Here's my resume. These are all of my jobs, okay? Let me just list them off. Real estate, okay? I'm a realtor. I'm also a financial advisor. I'm also a nutritionist. I'm also, look at this, I'm a marriage counselor. The way that I do marriage counseling though, it's a little, it's not the traditional type of marriage counseling. What I usually do is I wreck the home first. I take the man away from the woman and then I convince him to stay with her." Can you imagine? Can you imagine starting a business model like that? You're opening up a marriage counseling office and you pitch it to the bank and you're like, "Yeah, I really need a loan for my business. It's marriage counseling. And what I do is I sleep with the men and then I convince them to stay with their wives." Wow. My goodness, please do not go to her counseling. If you got to work on your marriage, do not go to her services. They don't work, all right? Right. Nurseries. Oh man. It's just so crazy. She she's a mistress who she's never it's just unheard of, ain't it? It's unheard of. I've never heard of any mistress that acts like her. Very unconventional, right? Yeah, I do counseling in a very unconventional way. Some people just don't agree with my practices, but it works. It works 0% of the time. Eric, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Can't stand it that the news was saying that she came forward herself and was fully cooperating. Yeah, exactly. Also, if NK in that chat, oh yeah, also NK, NK, if you're in the chat, please give a like. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you. Thank you for the call to action, making sure that Nichol Kessinger likes my live streams. But yeah, it's so true. The media makes it sound like Nicole Kessinger came forward willingly. No, she didn't. She came forward when these emails were made public, right? Or not public. When these emails were sent over to the police from Anadarko, that is when she went over to the police. That's when she called Daddy and was like, Daddy, I'm in trouble. And that's when Daddy Dwayne came to her rescue, right? But anyway, let's continue.
One of our commenters on video one had one of the best comments I've ever seen about NK, and I don't have permission to say her name, but she probably knows who she is, but she just is reiterating what I think as well. I don't know how many of you have either seen the movie or read the book Gone Girl. I love it, and it takes place in Missouri where I'm from, so I like that author. But anyway, NK reminds me so much of something that Gillian Flynn describes in the book. So in the book, the main character is having an affair on his wife, and Gillian Flynn describes the cool girl. So I'll read you this little excerpt and you let me know what you think. Being the cool girl means I'm a hot, brilliant, funny woman who adores football, poker, dirty jokes, and burping, who plays video games, drinks cheap beer, loves threesomes and anal sex.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Wow, that went from 0 to 100 real quick. I do agree. I agree that she definitely is, she's pushing for that cool girl vibe, right? Oh yeah, look at me, I'm a tomboy. I'm the kind of girl you want, Chris. I'm a tomboy. I like to do all the things that you do, but I also let you, go at it from behind. It's like she was giving him all of the things that he wanted in a friend, right? So he could do the things that he would do with his homeboys, right? With his pals, with his boys. Hey, what's up, Mark? Right? He can definitely do all the things that he would do with his guy friends with her. But the added benefit is that he can also play Twister with her in a different way. So yeah, I think she definitely she sold this to him. She sold the cool girl vibe. She sold him the idea that she's down for everything. Oh yeah, I'm so down to get sand all up in my butt cheeks. Yeah, I'm so down to just get the full exfoliation treatment. I don't mind being dirty while we're out camping, Chris. I don't mind that I have cockroaches crawling all over me. I'm a guy at heart, bro. But you can also hit it from behind though too, right? These are all the things that I feel that Nicole Kessinger sold him on, right? What do we think? Look at her face in that picture. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, this is everything that she was doing. She was taking him to Bandimere, the racetracks. She was wearing that shirt, right? The hips, lips, and dipshits, or whatever, whatever the shirt says. Which of course I got from Rhea. Rhea, thank you so much for the thing that you made for me and my birthday. You're so sweet. I will show you guys. I do want to show you guys at the end of the live stream what Rhea made. It's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, it's so funny. In there, she's wearing the blue shirt and it says hips, lips, and dipshits. I just lost it. I lost my mind. Oh man. She's down not to spend money because he's cheap as fuck. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. All right. Let's go ahead and look at our poll here. Do we think it was NK who told Potato to pawn the ring? Look at that, 97%. Oh my God. I think this is the closest we've ever gotten to the majority of us thinking one thing. Look, only one person said I need more evidence. And hey, if it was you, again, don't take offense. What more evidence do you need? And if you said no, it's fine too, right? I mean, maybe Potato Head came up with the idea himself. It's still plausible, right? It's still plausible. All right, cool. I'll leave it up. Look, people are still voting. All right, I'll leave it up. Let's go ahead and continue.
and jams hot dogs and hamburgers into her mouth like she's hosting the world's biggest culinary gangbang while somehow maintaining a size 2 because cool girls are, above all, hot. Hot and understanding. Cool girls never get angry. They only smile in a chagrined, loving manner and let their men do whatever they want. Go ahead, shit on me. I don't mind. I'm the cool girl. I think I'm going to try that for like a month and see where it gets me. I'm just kidding. Many times during the interview.
Okay, do we agree with this? I think let's go ahead and ask this. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. I gave it like a few more seconds for people who wanted to vote, so it's okay. Let's move on to the next one. Do we agree with this? The cool girl vibe. Do we agree with the cool girl vibe? Do we agree that NK was selling the cool girl vibe? Yes, no. Okay, let's see. No inclination. Oh my goodness, how did I spell this? Okay, let's go ahead. It's just 3 options here. Twisterfer. The tool girl. Yeah, 500. Oh my God, what is that? 50,000%? Oh my. All right. Do we think that NK was selling the cool girl vibe? Yes, no, no inclination. All right, let's continue.
He refers to the relationship as an 8-week relationship. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but she always makes it a point to correct him and state it was only 6 weeks. He then goes into more detail about where they spent their time. She says they always hung out at her place and goes on this long rambling thing about her space versus everyone else's space. I do think that the reason that Shanann's car was seen parked down the street many times is because Nicole's truck was parked in their garage while Shanann was gone. And I
Oh.
do believe that she stayed over there more than twice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Unmasked True Crime thinks that or believes that the reason that the Lexus was parked across the street was because Nichol Kessinger was hiding her car in the garage. Oh, that's an interesting one. You know, I did think about this very briefly. I kind of was thinking about that theory. The reason I don't think it's possible is because I think that the bigger reason for them doing that is so that Shanann wouldn't see the Vivint camera turning on and off and on and off, or like going off every time that Chris drove off with the Lexus. To me, that is why I think that they did it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Did she park the car in, I don't know. That would be pretty ballsy to do. I mean, remember, Nichol Kessinger didn't even want to ride in the Lexus. That is how much she despised Shanann or anything that had to do with the marriage. She didn't even want to ride in the car. She didn't even want to look at the car, right? Anything that reminded her of that relationship, she didn't want to see. So I think it would be very ballsy of her to park her car in their garage, right? I don't know. I think, yeah, it would. It would have. Yeah, her truck would definitely fit. Yeah. Yeah, it would have definitely fit. She wouldn't have to get trapped. Yeah, she wouldn't want to get trapped in the garage. Right. Um, I don't believe she hated Shanann's Lexus. Yeah, I mean, well, not the Lexus itself, but because the Lexus was Shanann's, I think that she just didn't like it. Again, she was petty. She's just definitely petty. In my opinion, she's one of the most petty people I've ever learned about. Anyway, let's continue.
I know another commenter pointed this out as well, and I completely agree. As I'm sure you've noticed, when it's convenient for her, she stresses to him what a short relationship it was and just kind of how unimportant, especially that first interview. She says basically she barely knew him, barely liked him. It was nothing. It's such a short amount of time. However, when he asks her to recall specific things that are important to them, she states it was so long ago that she can't remember. So it's just based on whatever is convenient for her, depending on the question that is asked. And then just something that I noticed, I'm sure many of you did too, is
Yes, V-Bug. She was trying to sell low maintenance, innocent, and pure, but she was serving paranoid, skanky, and desperate and psychotic. Definitely thirsty, right? That's the part for me, that is the most the thing that she was selling the most. She was thirsty. The thirst was so real. She's like, "Where's the scuttlebutt?" Right? She's looking for the scuttlebutt so that she can go and talk to Chris. She's like, "Oh, is Potato Head over there? Oh, I'm so thirsty." Yeah, she was thirsty for him and thirsty for the lifestyle that she wanted that she couldn't have or that she couldn't make for herself because she wanted to have that with a man, right? I want a man. So she wanted that man and she set her eyes on Chris Watts. Her target was Chris Watts. And of course, Chris Watts, he's such an idiot. He fell for it. But he's also dumb, right? And he is also evil. And he never really loved his family. If the man loved his family, no skanky person can come up to him and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" He would have been like, "Nope, not interested." But he didn't love his family. He would have just been like, "No, I'm not interested in you. I love my family. I'm loyal to my family. My family is my life. I don't care about you." He wouldn't have eyes for her. Anyway, let's continue.
As far as the cell phone goes, that is kind of fascinating to me. Again, just talking about the demeanor throughout this, her dad kind of cuts in at this point and is asking questions about the cell phone. And when they're discussing giving the cell phone to the agents to get data extraction, she just comes across as being difficult. There's one point around 30 minutes where you can kind of hear some of Agent Kobach's patience waning a bit, which I don't blame him. I mean, he's been very gentle through this interview. I realize there's a kind of a power play here, if you will, because she didn't bring an attorney. They are desperate for information. They're
Yes. Oh my God. She just said what we've always, we've been discussing this on the channel. Why is it that Nichol Kessinger was running the interview? It's because of the power play. She definitely had the power in that situation. That whole interview, she's the one that had the upper hand, not the police. She showed up without an attorney. So any question, anything that could make her feel uncomfortable or inconvenienced even, they were afraid to push her too much because she would just get up and leave and say, "You know what? I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm getting an attorney." I think that was the biggest power play in this situation is that Nicole Kessinger came in with no attorney and brought her dad instead. And so that's why we see Dwayne go, "No, don't lead. Don't lead. Nick, no. Mm-mm." Right? He's like sending her signals with his hands constantly. I think that was the biggest power play ever. Yeah, don't lead, don't lead. She was very smart. She's very smart at doing this. Of course, she's not a genius, but she's definitely way, way smarter than this guy. Yeah, she was their star witness from day one, and they wanted to make her comfortable. Right, right. I think that is the more logical or more plausible explanation for why we saw Dwayne in the room is because they want to make her comfortable, right? And yeah, this is part of the documentary that I'm making, asking those questions, asking people in the criminal justice system, and including law professors and retired detectives, stuff like that, asking them why would this be allowed, and trying to understand the power play that was happening in that interview room. Yeah, I think it's more plausible than Dwayne is in the Illuminati. But I don't know. It's more fun to believe, I guess, that he's in the Illuminati. Anyway, let's continue. Oh yeah, Boops. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, cunning, not smart. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. No, I think you're definitely correct. She's cunning. Yeah, let's continue.
recovering the bodies. They need and want her cooperation, and at any time she can leave, choose not to answer their questions, and go lawyer up. So I get that they're both kind of trying to play this right to their advantage. So I'll even give her that I understand she's embarrassed about the potential of a lot of people seeing the nude pics and the raunchy texts, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And he's assuring her that those aren't going to get out. And even he's telling her, we're all adults. You can kind of hear it in his voice, like, oh, well, there's kind of bigger things at play here. And she just seems to not understand that it's just not all about what she needs and what she's afraid of.
Exactly. Exactly. When she's like, "Oh, I don't want to give you my phone, guys, because there's just a lot of raunchy texts in here." Kevin tells her, We don't really give a shit that there are raunchy texts. You're an adult. Your dad is an adult. We're all adults here. We don't really care about that. There's bigger fish to fry here. There are bigger issues, and those issues are that 4 innocent people have been brutally murdered. So we need to see her phone. But no, she doesn't really care about that. She's like, "Oh my god, but my raunchy texts though." Who cares? Nicole, you were Googling backdoor twister for 4 hours. I mean, at that point, who really cares about your raunchy texts? Right? But again, I think that this is all just a way to deflect. It's not that she actually cared about the raunchy texts. She is deflecting. She doesn't want to show her phone because she knows that there's text messages in there that could be incriminating to her. It's so crazy.
and her wants and needs. And that part is telling to me of just who she is. Someone mentioned to me that she shows more emotion and concern in that part about giving over her cell phone than any other part of the interview, and I have to agree with that as well.
I'm not looking at anything else except for the conversations between you and Chris Watts and the phone data between you and Chris Watts for phone calls, for times and dates for those phone calls, and then the content of the text messages that are there. And we'll write that specifically down here. Understand that
I don't want anybody to get some of those texts. Like, they have nothing to do with this case, and they're just like...
Between you and Chris?
They have nothing to do with this case.
Huh? Imagine saying they have nothing to do with this case. My text messages between me and the man that murdered his family have nothing to do with this case. It has all to do with the case. This is so crazy. I can't believe she said that. I mean, I can, but she's just so blunt about it. It's like she doesn't even care. She's like, oh, I don't really care if they start thinking I'm suspicious. I'm not going to show you my phone.
Yes, they're just...
So just tell me what you're...
They're
Hear
just
that
kind of
again.
wrong.
Chris?
Yes.
That are there. And we'll write that specifically down here. Understand that
I don't want anybody to get some of those texts. Like, they have nothing to do with this case, and they're just like...
between you and Chris?
Yes, they're just...
So just tell me what you're...
Yeah. They're just.
What?
Yeah.
She says she doesn't want to give away her text because they have nothing to do with the case. What?
It's kind of raunchy. Like,
Okay,
I
well,
don't need anybody...
everybody's
I don't
an adult.
need that posted, like,
We're not going to
somewhere...
post it.
I don't want the newspapers to get that. That's all I want.
The
I just
only
need
ones
them
that
to
we would
not
be
get
looking
that.
for, again, is the
Yeah. Oh my God. She doesn't even let Kevin Kovac finish talking. She's like, no. It's just, oh my God, my text messages are just so raunchy. No. It's not that. No, it's not that I sent him text messages to delete, all of the evidence. No, it's not that I told him to murder his family. It's not that. It's just, oh my God, I don't want people posting my raunchy texts online. And I don't want people to know that I like backdoor twister. It's just so embarrassing, Who cares? Who cares, Nicole? Nobody cares about that. Now, again, do we think that she's protecting herself because she doesn't want her raunchy text to come out? Or is she protecting herself because she's more involved than she let on? What would be the bigger issue here? Letting your raunchy text be out in public or going to prison for planning the murder of 4 people? I think I'd rather just have all of my raunchy text messages out in public. At least it proves that I did not plan anything with this man. Right? Again, that's just me, though. Maybe other people are different. Maybe she really did care about those raunchy texts. She cares more about that than proving her innocence, apparently. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe she really does care. Now, again, there are stories out there that she stabbed someone because she got caught giving another person face twister. So does she really care about those raunchy texts getting out in public? I don't think so. Let's continue.
same kind of questions we're getting to here is things about his children, things about his wife, the questioning of did he ever, has he ever said something to you that might indicate, maybe not then, but now, that there was something like this in his mind? Or you know what we're looking for. I don't need to come out and tell you that. I understand the embarrassment of particular photos or potential sexual types of conversations you may have had with Chris,
Yep.
it's not relative to the investigation. We don't care. Okay, you're an adult. I'm an adult. Everybody in this room, even your dad, and I give it to you.
Even your dad. Well, right, right. I mean, even her dad is an adult. I laughed at that one. I'm like, well, yeah, the dad is more of an adult, right? Didn't he? I mean, he helped conceive her, right? I mean, anyway, let's continue.
You for saying that stuff in front of your dad, because I'm not sure many women could do that. So that's not what we're after. We're after the information that corroborates things that you've told us, and also that corroborates or may tend to prove that things that Chris told us were a lie. You understand that? And that's maybe going a little bit far. I usually won't tell people that, but because of your reservations, that's what I'm looking.
She goes, "Mm." When Kevin asked her, you understand that, right? Like, we don't care. And she goes, "Mm." She sounds so defeated, right? She sounds like she's just lost. She's like, oh, all right, sure, whatever.
Looking for. If I can disprove something he's told me by a phone records don't lie. People do. Okay? So if I can disprove something.
Exactly. Phone records don't lie. People do. All right. Phone records do not lie. And we have her phone records, and they don't lie. These are her phone records. None of these records lie. Look at this. And that's why she didn't want to show them, right? Because she's like, oh, shit, how am I going to explain this? Oh, man, how am I going to explain all of the calls? I've been telling these detectives that I wanted Chris to work out his marriage with his family. So how am I going to explain all of the calls while Chris was away in North Carolina? How am I going to explain to them that I was still having hour-long conversations with my boyfriend while he was hanging out with his family? Oh, man. This is what she was worried about. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because she knew that they had a warrant for it anyway. Yeah, I mean, either way, they were gonna get these phone logs. They weren't just gonna let her go and not. Right, she's just not gonna give away her phone logs. They're gonna get them anyway. Exactly, and they were gonna get a warrant, so she had no choice but to give them away. But she was very hesitant, right? She's still very like, oh, I don't know, very apprehensive. She did not want to give them away. Every single time she had a new excuse. Oh my God, it's just, oh, there's photos of me in the bikini there, and I don't want people making fun of the color of the bikini that I'm wearing. Too late, Nicole, too late. Oh man. See, that's why you just don't shop at Walmart for bikinis, girl. I'm just joking. If you need, if you need one, if you need bikinis, it's two for the price of one, then go ahead and get them from Walmart. Just don't get brown. Who gets brown? It's just such a weird color. I don't know. She got it because it's Chris's favorite color, I'm sure. Yeah. Let's continue.
That may be important. That's what I need it for. I'm not saying I can. Has it happened before? Absolutely. Is it critical in cases that I've worked in the past? Yes. So that's why I want it. Okay? Again, you don't have to give it to me. You can tell me I don't want you to have it. Go get a warrant. I'm not even going to tell you if I go get a warrant, try to get a warrant right now. I'm just asking for you to consent. And again, we can write right here what you're willing to give me, which is the text messages and the phone log. And unfortunately, again, the attachments on some of those text messages.
Yeah, that part that we just read. Yeah, reminds her that she's not in charge. Definitely. Girl, that is a thrift store bikini. Oh man. Yeah. I think she wanted Kevin to see them. Yeah, she tried to seduce him. The bikini looked crochet. Oh man. Damaging the SIM card before turning the phone over. Yeah, telling that the murder. Yeah, exactly. That tells us that she's destroying evidence. Exactly. I mean, why would she destroy the SIM card? There's no need for her to go that far to destroy a SIM card. And that is insane. I mean, she knew that there was something in there. They actually already had the warrant ready. Yeah, they're just messing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were just fucking with her. They had their warrant ready to go. Yeah, and I really do like this part where Kevin Kobach he challenges her, right? He tells her, "Hey, you're not in charge. Either way, we're gonna need a warrant. I'm not even gonna tell you, right? If we need a warrant, I'm not gonna tell you that we're getting a warrant. We're just gonna get it." And then she's quiet the whole time. She's like, "Daddy, Daddy, do something. This man is being mean to me, Kevin. No, we're not going to Starbucks after this. No, you're being mean to me." And of course, Kevin pulled back. He's like, "Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't mean to say those things. I just want to make sure that it's relative." Hmm. Again, I don't know what's the deal with Kevin Kovac, but the way that he handled it is just not good. Not good. Let's continue.
The text messages and the phone log, and unfortunately, again, the attachments on some of those text messages, and I'll write it on there, and then you'll just sign it. Okay? Do you understand the questions there? Do you have questions about any of the things that it says? You understand you don't have to do this. You're doing it of your own free will. And I know you're tired, so if you want to let your dad read it too,
He will.
that's a good idea.
Can you fill it out before I sign it?
Yep. And just you read it, and if you have any questions, then we'll put on there what we're after.
Wow.
I'm so hungry.
You should have told me I would have got you some food. I got food in my car.
It's not staying down. It's just coming.
She hadn't been
up.
feeling good, not because of any, just,
Like, I got sick prior to
Jim.
this whole thing happening, and then I think all of this compounding with the
Stress.
fact that I'm sick, it's just not good. I'm not.
Oh, I'm just so sick, Kevin. Oh my God. See, the thing is, I've just been really sick. I have this thing called PLS, pathological liar syndrome, and I just wake up every night in the middle of the night just lying. I might just wake up at 2 a.m. and tell you I remembered more stuff and then just lie to you about it. I don't remember shit. I'm just so tired. Oh my God. Everything is a lie with her. Now she's saying, "Oh, I'm sick." And then this whole thing happened and it's just, so inconvenient. Really. Yeah, even Gia said, "Bullshit." I don't know if you guys heard her, but she's like, "Meow." Yeah, it's because she's saying, "Oh, that's BS." I know. Huh, Gia. Trying to find her. I'm like, where is she? I don't know where she is, but I heard her. She agreed. Let's continue.
Not really been eating or sleeping much at all.
yeah. I'm with you. We definitely need to accelerate the case because the more it takes, the less sure that they are of situations. But on the other end, I think if you do just that only,
You tell me what you're willing to provide me, and we'll
is
write
that
it
good
in.
enough?
I just want, like, our text conversation, and then, I guess, our phone call records.
So I'm going to put
So the time and date of the phone call records, and then our text message.
Ted, we get photos of him.
That's crazy. It is insane that they are dictating what the CBI can have. That's actually what happened. She's like, "Yeah, you can have them, but only the records between me and Chris, like only the text messages and some of the other things. But none of the other things, it's just not relevant." Yes, it is. Everything is relevant. There's 4 people that have been murdered. How does she think none of this is relevant? I mean, come on. Come on. She's not dumb. She knows that everything that she had, all her conversations between her and Chris are relevant. Of course they are. But she's playing dumb. That's really all she's doing. She's playing dumb. She's saying, "Oh, I don't really know. Oh, you can definitely have these, but not those. You can have my messages between Chris and me, but not the ones between me and Jim." Even though there's so many other text messages between her and Jim. There's so many calls between her and Jim. And she also says, "Leave Jim alone." Right? But she's telling them, no, you can only look at the things between me and Chris. So she's definitely dictating what the CBI can do or not do. Wow. The power that she had over the detectives. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Ever, ever, ever. Here, let's go ahead and we'll end the poll. I want to ask you guys another question, but look at this. Wow. Look at that. 91%. We agree that NK was trying to sell the cool girl vibe. Yeah, Chris, I do like the sand in my butt crack. Yeah, it removes all of the dead skin. Yeah, dead skin cells. That is how I'm prepping, yeah, for Sunday night. Or whatever, right? Whatever she was prepping for. I don't know how long it took her to prep. I mean, what do you have to prep for? Like, just shower. I don't know, just get some, just shower, get some Vaseline. I don't know, maybe a douche or something. I don't know. I mean, how much prep do you need, lady? Anyway, let's continue.
Could we get photos of him?
Off of
Would you
that.
mind if we got his photos that he sent to you?
Oh, well, they'll be in that text message thing.
So all his photos were sent, there was no apps or anything else used that you guys were sending? It was all just text messages?
Yeah,
Okay, so it'd be an attachment to a text that he sent you?
pretty much.
But-
Everything is in the text and the phone call records,
So,
like all of it.
because we don't have it on tape, we discussed prior to turning the tape on Tuesday, which would have been the 14th of August, you had read some newspaper articles on the 13th and the 14th that regarded this case. You had also had a conversation.
I couldn't hold it. Power washer. Oh, Debbie. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? She takes a power washer back there. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Wow, she's gonna end up giving her another hole. She's gonna end up with 4 or 5 different holes back there with a power washer. No, it's not. Please do not wash your arse with a power washer. That's torture. Oh man, that was hilarious. All right, let's continue.
Conversation with Chris at some point during the day on Monday. And on Tuesday, because of what you found, specifically what you said was, and I don't let me put words in your mouth, but you found out that his wife was pregnant.
And yes.
And you did not know that prior. And you found that out via the newspaper articles, and that caused you concern.
Well, I just realized that he was lying to me, and I was like, well, if you can lie to me about this, what else are you lying to me about? And it made me realize that maybe his wife was in danger at that point, and it was day 2, too, and she still wasn't home.
What did that cause you to do with your phone, though?
Oh, what, when I deleted those? I was just kind of grossed out by him, to be honest with you. I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now, but you just lied to me, and I don't want to see this come over my phone anymore. So I removed it.
So you already said, but you removed text messages?
I deleted all of his stuff because he lied to me. I mean, that's what it was. It was the hurt that made me delete it, and then it was the lie that made me start questioning everything else he'd been telling me for the last few days.
And that's when you decided to come forward?
Yes.
Okay. So just for context,
Yeah.
when people delete stuff off phones, usually we go, hold
No,
on a
no,
second.
no. It wasn't
and that's why I
malicious
wanted,
at all. It
No, I'm
wasn't
not saying
malicious at all. He lied to me. It just hurt. Like, I had never...
He lied to me. It just hurt. So I just removed it.
Wow. This is the biggest of her lies, right? Having to explain why that makes them suspicious, right? Yeah, the detectives are here asking her, it's going to make us very suspicious if you deleted the text messages. And she goes, no, 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 no. It's not that. It's just that
He lied to me. He lied to me, and so I just had to remove it.
Okay. So he lied to her, and that's what made her delete the text messages, except immediately after she starts Googling other things like, are the cops going to find the text messages that I just deleted? Why would anybody do that? Where's the logic here? Why would she say that she deleted the text messages because she was so hurt and then Googles insane things? Like, here, let's just go ahead and pull it up. All right, let's go ahead and see this. Where are they? Where are they? Here they are. Yeah. She was so hurt by the lie, she claims. I'm so hurt, Kevin. You have no idea. He hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, why is this not working? Okay, here we go. Oh, he hurt her feelings so badly that she deleted everything and then immediately Googled, how long do phone companies keep text messages for? It's cut off, but it's in the other page that I'll show you guys. But this is what she's Googling on the 14th, right? On the 14th. How long do companies keep text messages for? The difference between text message content and text message detail, Google search, right? Difference. She's Googling all of these things. Look, can you get printouts of text messages? Why is she Googling these things if what she's saying is true? She's saying that the text messages were deleted because of it was just an emotional thing that she did in the moment. So then it makes no sense for her to then delete them and then Google, wait a minute, hold on. Are the cops going to find these text messages that I just deleted because I'm so hurt by the lie that he just told me? No, it makes no logical sense. It makes no sense that she would delete it because she was hurt. It was emotional that she did it. And then follow it up with a logical thing to do, like why, or, are the cops going to figure out whether or not I deleted these text messages or not? Again, it makes no sense. Somebody please explain the math to me because it doesn't make sense to me. Why would she do that? Right? Yeah. Yeah, she didn't need an attorney. She just had her dad. I would think a sadistic person will want to keep those messages to hold them over his head. Right. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tootsie. How's it going? Yeah, no worries. How's the puppy? Yeah, she's so full of shit. No wonder she wanted her brown bikini to blend in. Well, yeah, I mean, she didn't want the skid marks to show, right? If it's the same color, then you're not going to show anything. Yeah, that's how she blended in. Oh, man. All right, let's continue.
Felt like he'd ever lied to me before, and it was a big lie. I mean,
Right.
telling somebody that you're in the midst of a divorce and then you have a wife that has a 15-week-old baby on the way is a huge, huge thing, and I was very taken back, and it was hurt. And so at that point, I deleted it. I had a few more quick things to.
And look at this, and she backtracks. She's like, I don't know, I was just so hurt, so I just deleted it. Actually, well, hold on. I still had a few more things to say to him, like, oh my God, you hurt my feelings, Chris. And then I removed everything. Yeah. Hold on. But I did also talk to him later, kind of. I got into a 3-way phone call to see what he was telling police. But then after that, I was really pissed. And then I removed it. Right? It's like she backtracks. She says one thing and then goes back and says, oh, hold on. Hold on, though. Not really. I told him a few things first, and then I deleted it. Okay, so which is it? Which is it, NK? Nicole? Right, here it is. Here's the other one that I was showing you guys. Look at this. Can cops trace text messages? How long do companies keep text messages for? She's Googling these things. So she's going actively on Google and typing, how long do phone companies keep text messages? Why would she do this if she deleted everything because she was emotional? And of course, she's also looking through Shanann's posts, right? She saw this post on the 14th. Why is she doing that? And then she's Googling all these things. Again, it makes no sense. Makes no sense. Let's continue.
Say to him, and then I just got rid of him. That's literally what I did. I just cut him out of my life. It would have honestly been like a bad breakup kind of thing. Like, if none of this other stuff would have happened, that's what it would have been. That would have been the end of it.
The information was not destroyed because there was anything in there.
I love this part. Other stuff equals 3 murders, right? 4, right? I would consider Nico 4. But yeah, that's what she means. If none of this other stuff, if none of this other inconvenient thing that had happened, then oh my God, right? She's the other stuff that happened were murders. And again, she's talking about it as if Chris stole a watermelon from Walmart. It just doesn't match, right? Her demeanor, the way that she's talking about this, it doesn't match the severity of the crime. Interesting. Was she trying to know how to recover them for no, she wasn't. That's a good question, Britt. Yeah, that's definitely a good question. Was she trying to know how to recover them for the investigators? Why wouldn't she just come out and answer those questions, clear her name? That is a very good question. And the reason she was not trying to recover them for investigators is because the timeline shows us that she wasn't, right? She was being asked to recover these on the 16th. Right now, we're hearing her. We're hearing Kevin Kobach tell her, "Hey, is it okay if we get your phone records?" This is happening on the 16th. She Googled all of these things on the 14th. So before she knew that cops were going to request them for her or from her, and before she even went to the police herself. Look at this, right? So, yeah, look at this. 14th. She's Googling these things on the 14th at 5 p.m. Let's look at what happened on the 14th at 5 p.m. When we look at our calendar, it doesn't add up. Again, this is the importance of the calendar. Calendar time. Okay. On the 14th at 5 p.m., she was, look at this, searching. Can cops trace? Right? This is what she's doing on the 14th. And look, water truck, survey. She's calling, her mom is calling her. All these things are happening on the 14th, right? Look at this. Chris Watts driving to Nicole's apartment at 6:40. Right? This is the time when cops were following Chris and they saw that he was driving towards Nichol Kessinger's apartment, and then he made a U-turn and then drove back to the police station instead. So all these things are happening on the 14th. She still has, look at this. She has no contact with police yet. The contact with police actually happens later on the 15th. On the 15th is when we see her contact Frederick PD, contact Frederick, contact the FBI, right? So the timeline doesn't match. She was Googling things before she was even being asked. So this tells us that she was Googling them for herself, not for police. Anyway, let's continue. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh my God, Britt, thank you so much for that question. Because yeah, I mean, some people do, they'll ask this question and I always just pull up the calendar. I'm like, nope. Let's look at the timeline. It doesn't add up.
That would be harmful to you or potentially to Chris at this point, but harmful to you in particular. That's not what you did.
No.
You did it out of, excuse my language, this guy's an asshole, so I'm getting rid of him, and I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Okay.
And then, like I said, and then realizing that he lied, that was when I was like, okay, maybe his family is in danger and they're not coming back and they're not staying with a friend.
Maybe his family is in danger and they're not coming back and they're not staying with friends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thought they were returning, yet told him to pawn the ring. Yep. Yeah, she's like, oh, I don't know, they might return, but pawn the ring, man. Again, as we look at the timeline doesn't lie. She told Chris to pawn the ring on the 13th. So during these calls, right? The two big ones. She likes to call those calls the two big ones. She's like, oh, the two big ones at the end of the night. So right here. Let's go ahead and look at the two big ones. The two big ones. All right. These are the two big ones. She told Chris to pawn the ring on the 13th. On the same day that they were still missing. So if Nichol Kessinger is claiming that she thought the family was going to come back, why is she telling Chris to pawn the ring? What, Shana's going to get back and be like, where's my stuff, Chris? Why did you pawn my ring, the couch, all of my shoes? Where's my stuff at? But no. She claims, oh, no, I don't know. I thought she was going to come back. Really? Then why are you telling him to pawn the ring? Lots of discrepancies, lots of inconsistencies, so many inconsistencies. Again, why is she lying? If she didn't do anything, why lie about all this?
Yeah, when did I go over there? Tuesday morning?
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday.
I called you Wednesday morning.
That's when we started discussing you guys need to get everything that...
That's a good question. What was the day that she said she deleted them all? McRuley. Yeah, that is a good question. When did she say she deleted them all? So, do we remember? Did she even say when she deleted them? Here, let's go ahead and listen to that again. Where were we? We were at 20 minutes. Okay.
that regarded this case. You had also had a conversation with Chris at some point during the day on Monday. And on Tuesday, because of what you found, specifically what you said was, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but you found out that his wife was pregnant.
And yes.
And you did not know that prior. And you found that out via the newspaper articles, and that caused you concern.
Well, I just realized that he was lying to me, and I was like, well, if you can lie.
Okay, so she saw it in the newspapers, so then it sounds like she deleted her text messages on the 14th. So the same day that she Googled, it sounds like it's also the same day that she deleted her text messages, right? Do we agree with that? Here, let's go ahead and ask the question. What do you guys think? What is your interpretation of what she's saying? I want to hear what you guys think. Let's go ahead and listen to it again. I want to hear your guys' interpretation of what she's saying.
That prior, and you found that out via the newspaper articles, and that caused you concern.
Well, I just realized that he was lying to me, and I was like, well, if you can lie to me about this, what else are you lying to me about? And it made me realize that maybe his wife was in danger at that point.
Huh. You know, if that's true, if she deleted her text messages on the 14th, that means that it's possible that she watched Chris completely butcher that interview in the front porch. She saw how fucking stupid he was the whole time and how he is not reliable. And then that's when she deleted everything because she's like, oh yeah, there's no way we're getting away with this. So then she deleted everything. And then that's when she starts Googling it. So it does track, right? It kind of does make sense that she would delete it on the 14th and not on the 13th. Because on the 13th, she still doesn't know. I mean, she's listening in, right? She's on this 3-way phone call with police, and she's kind of like, I don't know. And then Chris does his interview, and that's when she realizes, holy shit, Chris is such an idiot. I'm screwed. I think I'm going to go to the police now and delete all these text messages and see if I can save myself. So it does kind of track, right? But I want to ask you guys a question. When do we think that she deleted her text messages? I think it was the same day.
And it was day 2 too, and she still wasn't home.
What did that cause you to do with your phone, though?
Oh, what, when I deleted those? I was just kind of grossed out by him, to be honest with you. I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now, but you just lied to me, and I don't want to see this come over my phone anymore. So I removed it.
So you already said, but you removed text messages?
I deleted all of his stuff because he lied to me. I mean, that's what it was. It was the hurt that made me delete it, and then it was the lie that made me start questioning everything else he'd been telling me for the last few days.
And that's when you decided to come forward?
Yes.
Okay. So just for context,
yes.
When people delete stuff off phones, usually we go, hold on a second.
No. It wasn't malicious at all. It wasn't malicious at all. He lied to me. It just hurt. Like, I had never felt like he'd ever lied to me before. And it was a big lie. I mean, telling somebody that you're in the midst of a divorce and then you have a wife that has a 15-week-old baby on the way is a huge, huge thing, and I was very taken back, and it was hurt. And so at that point, I deleted it. I had a few more quick things to say to him, and then I just got rid of him. That's literally what I did. I just cut him out of my life. It would have honestly been like a bad breakup kind of thing. Like if...
Wow. It would have honestly been like a bad breakup kind of thing. It's like, and she just keeps going on and on and on and on. Just diarrhea of the mouth constantly. Okay, when do we think she deleted her text messages? On the 14th, on the 15th, on the day of the interview. No inclination. Okay. Yeah, so the majority are saying the 14th. I mean, that's what again, right? That is what the evidence shows, right? This is evidence here. On the 14th, can cops trace text messages? On the 14th, how long do phone companies keep text messages? Right, so the 14th is also the day of the interview. Let's just remember that. It's also the day of the interview. And here's more. Difference between text message content and text message detail on the 14th. Look at this. And she's Googling it all back to back. Look at that. Look, 525, 526 with 15, 526, 29, right? She is actively Googling all of these things. And it says the 14th. So for those who are voting on the day of the interview, why is she Googling these things on the 14th then? On the 15th, yeah. I think that she really, sorry, let me just read here. I think that she really started freaking out when she saw him on the news. She was very concerned about media. Oh, yeah, exactly, Benjamin. I agree. Yeah, she definitely started freaking out because that's really all she cares about is the media, right? As we know, she keeps asking Kevin Kobeck, can I change my name? Oh, is the media going to find out where I live? Oh, the good thing is that, people can't really find me because I deleted all of my stuff off the internet. Did you know, Kevin, I even emailed Mark Zuckerberg? Yeah, because I really wanted to delete my Facebook page. Yeah, that's all she cares about. She doesn't want the media finding her. She didn't want people talking about her and her involvement. So I definitely agree, Benjamin. Yeah, I think she, my thing is she deleted them on the 14th. And we have the evidence to show it, or at least that would suggest her deleting these messages on this date. I think that if she had deleted everything on the 15th or the 16th, we would be seeing these dates being the 15th or the 16th. But it's not. Anyway, let's continue.
None of this other stuff would have happened. That's what it would have been. That would have been the end of it.
The information was not destroyed because there was anything in there that would be harmful to you or potentially to Chris at this point, but harmful to you in particular. That's not what you did.
No.
You did it out of, excuse my language, this guy's an asshole, so I'm getting rid of him. And I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Okay.
And then, like I said, and then realizing that he lied, that was when I was like, okay, maybe his family is in danger and they're not coming back and they're not staying with a friend.
Yeah, when did I go over there? Tuesday morning?
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday.
I called you Wednesday morning.
That's when we started discussing you guys need to get
Wednesday morning. What?
everything that... Yeah, when did I go over there? Tuesday morning?
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday.
I called you Wednesday morning.
That's when we started discussing.
Yeah, Wednesday, after she deleted everything first. So it's tracking. Yeah, there it is. So now we know for a fact it happened on Tuesday. It happened on Tuesday the 14th. Yeah, because Daddy went over to her house on Wednesday. Look at this. Daddy Dwayne calls Nikki. Yeah. So she did delete them on the 14th. That's when she deleted them. Let's go ahead and add it to our calendar because now we have our answer. We don't even have to speculate on it anymore. It's there. They already admitted to it. She already said it. It was on Tuesday because Dwayne went over to her house on Wednesday after she already had deleted everything. Okay. So when do we think she deleted her text messages? So it was around, could it have been around here? When she starts Googling Shanann's Facebook, maybe? Is that when she deleted her text messages? Here, let's go ahead and just put, just for now, let's go ahead and do, she deletes her text messages at 4 p.m. How about that? Just to have the record in there. So now we have her deleting her text messages, and then immediately after she's Googling, can cops trace text messages? Yeah, Josie, yes. Tuesday was the sermon on the porch. Okay. So let's go ahead and just see the full month. The murders happened on the 13th. The following day is sermon on the porch. She deletes her text messages. Wednesday, Chris gets arrested, right? It tracks. Chris gets arrested, and then she calls Daddy Dwayne. And then on Thursday, when all her messages were already deleted, now she's here with Daddy Dwayne saying, I didn't do anything wrong. It was all Chris. Yeah, so now we knew. She deleted everything on Tuesday. So she waited. That's crazy. Okay, so then Nichol Kessinger was kind of still holding on to hope then, right? She didn't really know that the plan was, you know, completely had gone to shit until Chris gave that sermon on the porch. It was then that she's like, "Oh, fuck, like, this is it. Like, I'm screwed. Look at Chris. He's acting like such a, you know, dumbass on national television." And so she knew that she was screwed at that point, which is why it also tracks. It also makes sense why she would want to be on the phone call with the police because she wants to hear what the police is telling Chris, especially having already seen the interview, right, on the front porch. She's wondering, "Oh, do the cops think he's suspicious?" Right? Because they saw the same thing she saw and she knows he did it. So I wonder if she's already questioning whether or not the police think it was her as well, right? That she was also involved. Hmm. Wow. Exactly, Julie. Julie. Yeah, deleting evidence is obstructing justice. It's a crime. I don't know how she wasn't charged with anything. Wow.
Justin, you guys need to get everything that I just,
You can understand the importance of,
oh, no question, we were,
like I said, people lie, phone records don't, and they really help specifically establish dates and times. I think we have a very good grip on that in this case already, but there may be a time when we go, we need to know something else, and then we would have it. We don't want to lose it, and that's really what it is.
It's because she was so hurt. Oh, it was the lie that made me remove that.
For us is if we lose information that later on we go, man, I wish we would have got that, and we may never even use these. We may never even look at them. But if we have it now, then we don't worry about losing it. So I appreciate you being cooperative and giving it to us.
Yeah.
When discussing the cell phone, NK asks her dad if there's anything else he wants to add. And he responds to the investigators with, "We want to give you everything, but we also want to be protected in doing so."
Protected from what? What are they trying to protect themselves from? Yeah, we want to give you everything, but we also want to protect ourselves. Well, if there is no incriminating text messages, what do you need to protect yourself from, Dwayne? Wow.
Then I guess our question would be, if you're being honest and forthcoming with investigators and you are providing them with everything they want, then protected from what? At the time of this interview, after all, it's only 3 days after they disappeared and they're just now finding their bodies. I don't see how they would be able to offer them any kind of, exchanges or assure them of any protection when they still had so much to investigate.
All the married men in Colorado, they were just looking for some marriage counseling. That's all they were looking for. They were just trying to find some counseling. They really want to stay with their wives, and then they just found her services, and they're like, I think I'm going to pay for this service. I wonder if this lady would make me stay with my wife. But yeah, I definitely, please do smash the like button the way the way that all the Colorado men were looking for Nichol Kessinger's services. I really want to stay with my wife. That means I need to go sleep with this other woman. Oh my God. The logic, the math ain't mathin'. Wow.
So the whole exchange is just strange. It's 44 minutes into the interview before Shanann, Bella, or Cece's names are mentioned at all. And that's because the agent brings it up and insists on it.
Let's go back to North Carolina.
Okay.
He went to North Carolina, and he was trying to rehab his marriage with his wife.
He said
Do you know her name at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, I can't help it. See, this is why people call me unprofessional. Because I'm sitting here just talking, right? And I'm like, analysis. And then I go, I can't help it. I really can't. When she says something so wild and she goes, it just comes out.
Are you okay saying her name?
It's Shanann.
All right. And do you know the children's name?
Yes, it's Bella and Celeste.
Okay.
Yeah.
She went by, they called her Cece?
NK seems to be very knowledgeable about what happened in North Carolina before and during Chris's visit. She tells the agent that they agreed Chris would go out there to work on his marriage, and then she acknowledges that it, quote, sounds silly. After the 45-minute mark, things start to get really shady.
I know it sounds so silly for me to say this, Kevin, but as the world's only mistress that cared about his marriage, I was really trying hard for him to stay with his wife. Believe me. Believe me. I know it sounds silly. Mistresses don't do this, right? I know it's so stupid.
I know. Oh my God.
But I'm the only one. I do exist. I have a business. I mean, you can look it up. Do you need marriage counseling, Kevin? Are you sure? You know, you're not married? Okay, well, go get married and then reach out to me if you need my services. Oh my God.
Chris said in the Letters from Christopher book that NK did text him when he was at the airport heading to North Carolina and said something along the lines of, "Why don't you go work on your marriage?" He then said she texted him later that night, which was July 31st, and was angry that he wouldn't call her. He says that she texted him something like, "Why can't you call me? Are you with her?" If you'll remember, this is the same night Shanann
Yes.
was extremely sick, and Chris claims he
You can't call me? Why? Are you with her? This is the vibe I'm getting. This is why I think that all those little calls of her with Chris, it's her fighting with him. I think that every time that she's like, "Oh no, Chris, no, 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 go be with your family, Chris. Go be with your family." It's her not actually pushing him to be with his family, but it's more like sarcasm, right? She's being sarcastic. She doesn't actually want him to work it out with his family, but she's making him feel shitty about it. Like, "Oh no, no, don't call me, Chris. I know you miss me or whatever because I took you to the sand dunes. But no, go spend time with your family. No, 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 no. You left me here in Colorado by myself so that you can go spend time with your family in North Carolina, Chris. So you know what? Go spend time with your family. Don't fucking call me." I think that that's what was going on. Again, I can't prove it, but I do believe that, just from the vibes and all the things that we know about Nichol Kessinger, I do believe that that is what was really going on. She was manipulating him and pulling him and pushing him away and pulling him away. And so of course Chris is like, "Oh fuck," right? Like he's just like going crazy. He doesn't even know what to do at that point. But of course, he did. He was already planning on it, and all we need to see to make the statement is that he was already on the 6th writing the to whom letter. So, this constant back and forth, this push and pull that Nichol Kessinger was making him do was already making him come up with the plan to annihilate his family. I mean, it all tracks. Again, it all tracks. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the super chat, Debbie. Oh, thank you. Here, let's go ahead and celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate the super chat. All right. All right, let's continue.
drugged her with oxy to get her to miscarry. This is also 24 hours after NK had a 22-minute phone call to a rehab center after hanging up with Chris and then immediately calling him right back. So now, if you look at this comment that she brings up multiple times to investigators that she's using to portray herself in a certain way, I think you can see right through it. It would be interesting to hear a man's take on this. I think most of us women can see this was most likely a passive-aggressive comment because she was really insecure about him going to be with Shanann.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Holy shit. Did we just get ahead of the video? Oh my God. Okay, for the guys out there, this is a perfect question for the guys. I think, the way that this was worded is perfect. I'm glad that she worded it this way. Yeah, I think that most women can tell that the thing that she's telling Chris to go do, "Oh, go work on your marriage," that's passive aggression. But I wonder, I want to ask the guys this. This is the question for the guys. All right, so let's go ahead and end the previous poll. Do we think that she deleted her text or when do we think she deleted her text messages? On the 14th. Okay, cool. I mean, at this point, it's not speculation anymore. We already know the exact date that she deleted them. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to this, and then I'm going to ask you guys the question.
Comment that she brings up multiple times to investigators that she's using to portray herself in a certain way, I think you can see right through it. It would be interesting to hear a man's take on this. I think most of us women can see this was most likely a passive-aggressive comment because she was really insecure about him going to be with Shanann. When I imagine this, I hear this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here, let's go ahead and hear that again. I just love it. It's perfect.
Chris, and then immediately calling him right back. So now, if you look at this comment that she brings up multiple times to investigators that she's using to portray herself in a certain way, I think you can see right through it. It would be interesting to hear a man's take on this. I think most of us women can see this was most likely a passive-aggressive comment because she was really insecure about him going to be with Shanann.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm interested too. Okay, this is for the guys. I really just want the guys in our chat to answer this question because I really just want to know what you guys think. Okay, what do you think about this? If Nicole Kessinger is telling him these things, would you take that as her telling you, "Oh, go work on your marriage," or would you take that as her being passive aggressive? This is just for the guys. Please, please, please. Just for the guys. And then I'll ask the women in the chat, everybody else. But I want this just for the guys right now. Please, 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 please. I want to get a more accurate. I just want to see what you guys say. I wonder how many are going to say no inclination. Oh, okay. All right. This is just for the guys. Please, if you're not a guy, don't vote. Oh man. Some people are not going to understand the instructions, huh? All right. Do you think NK was being passive aggressive? So when she says these things, please, please, please do not vote. You tell me. And then I really want to hear from the guys. Okay. Wait, did it post? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Do you think NK was being passive aggressive? Just the guys. Please, just the guys. Yes, look at that. We got 8 votes and it's just guys. Yes. Love it. Yay. Thank you guys so much. Look at that. 10. Wow. Look at that. 13 votes. 100%. Fuck. Shit's crazy. Oh, shit. I gotta put this on the screen. Look at this. Oh my God. Wow. I love it. Oh my God. We got 16 votes. Look, 100%. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The poll is just for the guys. I just want to hear men's take right here. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, this is great. Here, I gotta celebrate this shit. I mean, I'm celebrating, one, because we we listened to instructions, and two, because this is very, very interesting. This is good. Look at this, 23%, or sorry, 23 votes, and it's 100%. Holy moly. Eric, thank you so much for voting. Gary, who else? Who else is on here? Benjamin, were you on here? I'm just calling all the guys' names, right? Adam, Bob, Carlos, Daniel, Eric, right? F, what's F? Fred. Go ahead and vote, Fred. Just going down the list of guy names. Yeah, Mr. Garlic Man. Right. Mr. Garlic Man, did you vote? Please. Wow. Yes, Lehigh. Calling all the guys. Where are all the guys at? Look at that. Wow. I think this is the most telling. Wow, I think this is the best poll we've had. What do you guys think? That's crazy. You guys know that she was being passive aggressive, right? So then I guess it's clear that she was being passive aggressive. I mean, I think it would be really obvious, right? Like if you're talking to this lady and she's like, "Meh, meh, 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 where is she? Or you're not trying to talk to me because she's around." Yeah, she's being passive aggressive. If she's telling you, "No, go work on your marriage," she's being passive aggressive. She's not being for real. I vote maybe because I didn't hear the question. Jerry, did you vote? The question is, do you think NK was being passive aggressive when she was telling Chris to work out his marriage? Was it passive aggression or was she actually being serious? Was she telling him, "Go work on your marriage because I really want you to"? Or was she being mean? Was she being passive aggressive? Look at that, 29 votes. Wow. KTD. Right. Yeah, I know. It's pretty impressive, right? Aw. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I love that you watch my channel and that you support and that you vote. Thank you. It really does mean a lot. It really does. 'Cause, yeah, I think we just don't hear men's perspectives on this case, and I really do appreciate you guys for voting. I really do. Like, I really am. Like, you have no idea how, like, excited I am. Like, I'm, like, happy. I'm really happy. I'm glad that you guys are voting because I wanna hear your guys' perspective. It's important. Aw, thank you guys. Alright. Damn. Well, that was cool. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Look at that, 33 votes and 100% still. Hmm, okay. Well, thank you guys. Wow. Yeah, it's the most telling vote or poll we've had. I love it. 35 votes. Look at that. Just for the guys. All right. Well, I'll leave it up for another 5 minutes if more men want to vote, and then I'll ask the women. I'll ask the women, and then we'll compare. I want to see what it looks like at the end. All right, let's continue.
When I imagine this, I hear this more in a catty way, like, why don't you go work on your marriage then? Chris doesn't seem to pass these types of tests. Just like on July 14th when NK storms out of their house and Chris doesn't follow her, he either doesn't care or he doesn't pick up on social cues, but either way, these do not work on him. We know that she's yet again misleading investigators here because if that's really how she felt, she would have just ended the relationship when he went to North Carolina. But we know that Chris was calling her a lot while he was there. He was being very cold to Shanann and the girls. And we also know that NK was sending him a lot of sexually explicit photos. It's also worth noting that on the day that Shanann and Chris got back from North Carolina, August 7th, on her phone records, there's a 1-minute call that NK made to North Glen Police Department. It is on their main number, and assuming that they answer that, it looks like she must have called and hung up. This part is interesting because we feel like she kind of trips herself up here. She tells investigators that she really did believe they were getting separated because he could call her whenever he wanted. She then goes on to say that she would insist he goes and spend time with his kids when they were awake and to call her after they went to bed. She mentions how it was frustrating for her to have to wait to talk to him after he got home from work, but he would call her after his kids went to sleep, and that he would be in the basement and Shanann would be upstairs.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that if they actually did start seeing each other at the end of June or July, Shanann and the girls were gone the entire time. So what is she talking about? In the 6 weeks she claims they were together, the girls were home 6 nights and Shanann was home with him a total of 3 nights. They ask her if she ever saw the basement, and she says
Yep.
that yes, she did go look around the basement and she saw.
Yeah, this is another one of the things that I've been, kind of wondering about because she says she talks about the times that Chris would talk to her on the phone and he would go to the basement. But really, it was only 3 days. And it was just mentioned just now. It was just mentioned. The only times that Chris would sleep in the basement and talk to her would only have been 3 days, and that would have been the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, because there's no other time that he would have been in the basement talking to her because Shanann left June 27th. Unless they were talking before this, but I don't think so, right? It was on June 27th that Shanann left, and she was gone for the entire month of July. And then Chris left for the first week and a half of August. And when they came back, the only time that Chris would have been able to talk to her in the basement would have been for 3 days. So again, what is she saying? She just contradicts herself constantly. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll here. Oh, look at this. We have 42 votes, and we have 2 guys that said no. She was not being passive aggressive, or they don't think that she was being passive aggressive. Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and end the poll. All right. So for the 2 guys that voted, why do you think that she wasn't being passive aggressive? Do you think she was being honest about her telling Chris, go work on your family, Chris, while at the same time she's sending him nudes? Right. That would be mixed signals. I mean, if you're getting text messages from this woman saying go work on your family, and then at the same time she's sending you nudes, what, you think she's being serious? All right. The same question now for the ladies in the chat. Do you think NK was being passive aggressive? All right. This is ladies only. And then the same three. No inclination. All right. Let's go ahead and start the poll. Ladies only. Ladies only. And again, thank you guys so much. Thank you to the 42 men that voted. I'm so glad you guys voted. Yeah. I really wanted to hear your guys' perspective. All right, let's continue.
Saw the bed set up and how organized it was down there in his workout equipment. She talks about how she walked around the house, but she specifically denies ever going into the master bedroom. She then is off and running for at least 10 minutes talking about how she was trying to help him and find good places to live and what towns to live in, talking about the real estate market, talking about even at one point how she encourages her friends to read. We're kind of all over the place here. She also makes it a point to tell investigators that she told Chris she wanted to take the relationship really slow for
I like that she mentions we're all over the place here. Yeah, because it's true. She's like, oh, yeah, I did this and I helped him with that. And I also tell him to read. And I tell all of my friends to read. I love my friends. You know, when my friends go missing, it's pretty standard for them to go missing. So I don't really worry. She's all over the place. It's because it's true. She's everywhere. We can't even keep up with all her lies because she lies here, she lies there, she lies everywhere. We may as well just write a Dr. Seuss book on her, right? What would it be? I lie here, I lie there, I lie everywhere. I'm a skank here, I'm a skank there, I'm a skank everywhere. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Imagine what kind of book that would be.
for their sake and for the girl's sake, and that she wanted to stay in her own place, that they had not talked about moving in together. Notice that the 2-hour search that NK makes for wedding dresses is while he's in North Carolina, quote unquote, working on his marriage.
I think it's a beautiful thing, and I really try to like take it smart with all that. And it was the same thing with his kids. I was just like, you know, like, and we talk about things every once in a while where I'd be like, hey, if I ever meet, because like I have a lot of house plants. That's a good example. So I have a lot of house plants, and I told him, I was like, one day if I ever meet your kids, I was like, I'm gonna show these girls how to like paint pottery and plant plants. I was like,
Oh. I love the question marks and the photo. I love it. I love the question marks and all the plants in the background. And it's like, huh? I have a lot of plants. I have a lot of house plants. Believe me, Kevin, I'm a botanist on top of, yeah, did I add that to my resume? Hold on, give me my resume back. Hold on. I need to add here, I'm also a botanist. Here you go. Anyway, as I was saying, the girls, if I ever met them, I wanted to teach them how to plant some invasive weeds. It's just my thing. It's my hobby. Oh my God. What does this have to do with anything? Again, what does it have to do with anything? She's saying, oh, if I ever meet your kids. Why would she meet his kids if she's saying that she's not wanting a long-term relationship with him? She's saying, I wasn't really into him. I don't know. He was in love with me, but I wasn't really in love with him. And then she's saying, oh, I want to meet your girls and I want to teach them how to plant plants. Which is it? So you want you want a long relationship with him then, or you don't?
like, I think they would love to see something grow that they built. I think it would be really, really cute. And like little stuff like that, but it wasn't very frequent. It wasn't, hey, we should get married, and hey, we should have babies, and hey, I want to live with you, and hey.
Google's man. Google's man I'm having an affair with says he'll leave his wife. August 4th, spends 2 hours Googling wedding dresses. August 8th, same day she allegedly gave him her key to the place. Yeah. Googling marrying your mistress on the same day. Let's go ahead and see our calendar. All right, where were the dates? July 24th. Let's go ahead and see July 24th. Oh, look at that. Look at that. NK Googles, man I'm having an affair with. Will he leave his wife? August 4th. Oh, look at this. Google's dresses for 2 hours. August 8th. Gives him the key, and it's also the same day that she Googles marrying mistresses. So many inconsistencies.
Hey, I need to meet your children now, and let's cut the mom out. It was never like
And
that.
there was never any conversation about, we can't do this with her around, we can't do this with the kids around.
No.
He never said that, you never said
No.
that.
No. No.
So the
Never.
way you guys were trying to make this work was just, slowly trying to come together because of his current situation, and by your own account,
Mine. I mean, I
you're
don't
just
wanna rush.
a independent person, it sounds like, pretty much.
Yes.
And but through text message or through conversation, he never said, hey, this isn't going to be financially able, I'm not going to be financially able to do this, or this isn't a good thing, I got these kids. None of those conversations ever.
She's just throwing her keys around to all the married men. Yes, Britt, it's part of her business model, right? That's part of the service. When the men come over and they're like, hey, I'm having problems with my marriage. Will you help me? She's like, here you go. I made an extra key to my apartment. Come over tonight at 7. We're going to be playing Twister. Here, go ahead. Yeah, this is your first homework. Come over to my place. Wow. Imagine that. How much did she charge for this marriage counseling? If any, right? She's like, oh, it's free of charge. I work pro bono. Oh, no. I do this for free. I really care about your marriage. Believe me. Pro bono work. Oh my God. Wow. She's a philanthropist. Wow. Oh my God. She's such a good person. She's providing her services for free. She's such a humanitarian, isn't she?
Came up.
No. I mean, he told me, like, he had a budget restriction. So for his apartment, and I'm pretty sure this is in the text, and this will probably be in the last couple of weeks, he told me $1,100 to $1,400 when I was asking him. Like, because I told him I'd help him do homework. I was like, you do some homework, I'll do some homework, we'll knock this out, because if you guys are for real putting the house up, you got to figure it out. And so that was his budget. And I remember asking.
Oh my gosh, Shelly. Communal twister. Oh my God. Oh man. Right, imagine. Oh man. Gross. Yeah, come over to Communal Twister tonight at 7. From 7 to 10 p.m. Oh my God. How many hours? Oh shit. Oh man, I love it. Yeah, Communal Twister. Oh, let's continue.
Him, I was like, you sure you don't want to just get like a house? And he's like, I never thought about a house.
House.
I'm like, yeah, you can rent houses, man. Like, it's a thing. And he's just like, I don't know if I can afford that. I was like, okay.
It's a thing. What, does Chris not know that you can rent a home? It's like Nicole is teaching Chris a lot of basic things for the first time, isn't it? It's so strange. I don't know. This is weird. I think she's just I don't know. What do we think? Is she lying here? Is she really telling Chris, "Man, don't you know? You can rent a house. It doesn't have to be an apartment." Really, Nicole? I can rent a house? I can't afford it though. Is he really this dumb? He doesn't know he can rent a house? Or is she just making this up? But what do we think? Oh my God, Viva. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Wow. See, this is why this works. This is why this works, right? Because we tell the jokes and then I read them. I'm all like, all right, let's do this. Pro boner. Oh my God. This is why we have so much fun. I love this. Oh man. All right, let's continue. I was really trying to get through this in 2 hours. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just, it happens every single live stream because I have to keep stopping it and laughing and joking about it. And of course, obviously analyzing it, but I'm just so unprofessional. I'm so unprofessional. I can't get through it in 2 hours because I just laugh all the time. Oh my God, I'm so immature. Oh man. All All right, let's continue. Let's push as long as we can. I really tried. I don't think we're gonna finish it today because otherwise we're gonna be here for another 2 hours, and I still have other work to do. you know, I'm also making a documentary, so I have to work on the documentary. So we're gonna go for another 10 minutes, and then we'll end the stream. We're gonna have to continue it tomorrow, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I would love to continue. I really do I have a schedule that I've put myself on so that I can keep things, right? This is my to-do list. I have a whole to-do list. And so far I've only completed 2 things. So, yeah, another 10 minutes.
And I knew that those two had been through some financial trouble. I definitely found out a lot more about that situation in the newspaper recently.
Okay, so prior to the newspaper, how did you know he was in financial difficulty?
Again with her
I mean,
bizarre tone.
when I went to the house,
Right? What is she doing here? Her bizarre tone. Here, let's go ahead and listen to that again.
in the newspaper recently,
Okay, so prior to the newspaper, how did you know he was in financial difficulty?
some financial trouble. I definitely found out a lot more about that situation in the newspaper recently.
I definitely found out more about that situation in the newspaper recently. Right? What's up with the What's up with that? Yeah, it's a bizarre tone. Why is she changing her tone?
Okay, so prior to the newspaper, how did you know he was in financial difficulty?
Because when I went to that house, everything in there is very, 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 very nice. It looks like it all comes with a very expensive price tag. And I didn't say anything to him about it, but I could kind of tell then where I was like just looking at it.
Very, 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 very nice. Everything in the house came with a very, very expensive price tag. Wow. That sounds like jealousy to me. What does that sound like to you guys? To me, that sounds like jealousy. She's envious. She's looking around the house and going, how much was that? How much was that? How much is that? Oh, no wonder you're so broke, Chris. That's why you don't have any money. That's why you're having to file for bankruptcy because look at that. How much was that? How much is that? How much is that Lexus that I hate so much? How much is that thing? Wow, that looks expensive. How much is this house? This house is huge. How much did you spend on this, Chris? That's probably why you're broke. Again, it's her egging him on. I think that all of the ideas and Chris, feeling resentful, all of it was because Nichol Kessinger kept making him feel resentful. He never really even cared. He didn't care before. It was only when Nichol Kessinger came into his life and was like, hey, hold on. How much is this? How much is that? How much is that? Oh my gosh, she makes you spend so much money. That is so ridiculous. I would never do that. Come on. Come on. Yeah, intense jealousy. I think so too.
Everything in there is very, 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 very nice. It looks like it all comes with a very expensive price tag. And I didn't say anything to him about it, but I could kind of tell then where I was like just looking at everything like, how do you guys afford this? And then he has that car. I don't even know how much that car costs, but I bet
What car is
that Lexus. I'm sure that thing costs like 80 grand, which is like
That Lexus, I'm sure that thing costs like 80 grand. Wow. The way that she's saying it too, right? She's like, that thing. Oh my God. That contraption. How much is that fucking thing anyway? What, like 80K, 100K? See, I drive a 4Runner. I stick with Toyota. Yeah. Lexus is Toyota too, though. And again, this is her sounding very jealous to me. Again, you guys let me know. I think she's jealous of the car, right? I wonder, why was Chris looking up an Audi? Why is he looking up the Audi? Do we think that Nichol Kessinger wanted an Audi? Here, that'll be our last question of the day. Let's go ahead and, oh, look at this. All right. Do you think NK was being passive aggressive? Ladies only. 88 votes. And look, wow. Okay, well, given we do have more ladies in the chat, I believe, and more ladies watching. But look, it's still pretty close. 93%. 5% said no inclination, and 2% said no. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Now that we compare them, the results are pretty similar. Although we do have more women, and so that's why we have these. So we have more no inclinations than we had no's with the men, right? I love this. See, this is the kind of stuff I love. I love analyzing data. I'm very analytical. This is really cool. I like this. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that you guys, collaborate with me on this. I just love seeing the results and seeing what we think as as a consensus, if there is a consensus. Okay. Let's go ahead into the poll. I want to ask you all. Now it's for everybody. Okay. Now this is for everybody. Why was Chris Googling an Audi? Who's the Audi for? Hmm? Do we think it was for him? Now, if he was planning on murdering Shanann, we can't think that he was trying to trade it in, right? Why? Okay, he couldn't trade in the Lexus. It wasn't in his name. Yeah, exactly. Shanann had it through Lavelle as part of her sale commissions. She was a top seller, so they paid for it and the insurance. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Raven. Thank you for that, because that is, we have to take that into consideration when we vote. So when we're voting, why is Chris Watts Googling the Audi? We can't think that it's because Shanann or it's because he wanted to trade it in, because he couldn't. If he murdered Shanann was gone and disappeared, how is he going to try and trade in her Lexus? It just wouldn't make any sense, right? If anything, it would make him look more suspicious. Like, why are you trying to trade in your missing wife's Lexus? That's kind of weird. But he was still doing it. So why do we think? So was he Googling it for Nichol? Is it because Nichol wanted a new car and she wanted an Audi? Right? So this is maybe she wanted the Audi. Okay. For Nichol, because she wanted the Audi. For himself. Not as a trade-in, because he couldn't do it. Not as a trade-in, though, because he can't. Okay, and what is the other reason? For both of them? Right. So do we think it's probably for both of them when they started their full-on relationship and they move into their house with a 3-car garage? Is that why? And then the last one will be no inclination. All right. All right, this is our last question. All right, there it is. Okay, you should be able to see it now, guys. All right, there it is. Why is Chris Watts Googling Audi? For Nichol, because she wanted the Audi. For himself, not as a trade-in, though. Or for both of them? No inclination, 29%. Yeah, if you really have no idea, then yeah, it's fine. Vote no inclination. Because I'm kind of just, when I don't know. The truth is, I have no idea. I don't even know why he would want to Google it. If anything, I'd probably lean more towards for both of them. I think maybe it would be for both of them. I don't know though. How would that even work? Yeah, exactly, V-Bug. Yeah, she wants a 3-car garage, but she's not materialistic. And then look at this too. NK seems to be the one focused on material things and money. Yeah, she's the one that cares. Because she keeps talking about all the expensive things around the house. If she didn't care about material things, she wouldn't care about the expenses in the home. And she wouldn't be asking about 3-car garages for them. All right, let's continue. You guys continue to vote.
Money. Like, everything just looked like it cost a lot of money in that house.
You probably have a decent idea of how much money he makes.
Yeah, and it's not enough money to pay for all that. Not even close.
Did you have any idea of what Shanann did for a living or how much money she might have made?
I mean, I had an idea. I would consider her like a sales rep. I don't know how else to describe that.
Again, with the inflections. I mean, I think she was a sales rep, but I really don't know how to describe it. I think she was a sales rep. Right? She's like, and she starts with, I mean. She always starts with, I mean. I mean what? What do you mean? She's a sales rep, she says. I don't really know. I mean, I think she's like a sales rep of some sort. She sells those weird patches that Chris keeps putting on his forehead. He just keeps waking up in the middle of the night going, where's the potato? I don't really know, though. Ugh, come on. How does she not know? Especially if she's Googling Shanann constantly. She had to have known. She had to have known. I mean, come on. Again. Oh man. I feel like I just repeat myself. But what else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? Uh, You know, the evidence is here, and is still we have a whole group or a whole side of people who are like, no, 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 she wasn't involved though. How do you believe she wasn't involved? It is so, to me, it's mind-boggling. I'm flabbergasted every time someone says, "I don't think she was involved." How? How do you not think she was involved? So that's why I just feel like I have to keep repeating myself. Every single video, every single live stream, it's the same thing over and over and over again. But hey, we have to do it. And every time that we do it, there's always something new that we add to our calendar. So it's fine. It's all fine.
For the company that she worked for, and I don't know exactly how much she made. He said that she was really competitive and she liked to try to keep up with him. He's like, she gets close sometimes.
Aside from the content of the clips you're hearing, in our opinion, her entire affect is completely inappropriate for what the situation is. We're talking about the deaths of a pregnant mom and her 2 small children who were discovered that very day. She appears nonchalant and many times chipper during the interview.
And then you mentioned today you read something about bankruptcy.
Yep.
What did you read?
That those guys filed bankruptcy for a lot of money in
Who are those guys?
that couple
Okay,
in 2015. Oh, Shanann and Chris.
thanks.
Those guys. Oh, that couple. What couple? Are you talking about Justin Bieber and Haley? Like, who are you talking about? Which couple? Right? Are you talking about J-Lo and Ben Affleck? They're not a couple anymore. Right? What couple are you talking about, Nicole? She doesn't even want to say the names. She's like, those guys. That couple for a lot of money. Right? She lowers her voice and goes, "Meh."
Filed bankruptcy in 2015.
Okay,
That those guys filed bankruptcy for a lot of money in
who are those guys?
that couple
Okay,
in 2015. Oh, Shanann and Chris.
thanks.
Filed bankruptcy in 2015.
Okay,
Oh, Shanann Chris filed bankruptcy in 2015. She even knows when they filed for bankruptcy. In 2015, she says, yeah, I know everything about this family. I don't know anything about the 111-minute phone call, though. Don't ask me. I was not involved in that call. Holy moly. Shit. Wow. A lot of money, she says. A lot of money.
okay. And you said for a lot of money. Do you recall the amount?
No, because it was different in each of the newspapers, and I don't know which one to believe. So
No, because it was different. I don't really know how much to believe. After this, she goes on to say Shanann spends too much money.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
At this point in the interview, there's a
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Doesn't she sound exactly like her cousin, Nicole S. cousin? Doesn't she sound exactly like her? You know, when we only listen to her voice and not the video, she sounds exactly like the cousin. A few $100,000.
You said for a lot of money. Do you recall the amount?
No, because it was different in each of the newspapers, and I don't know which one to believe. So hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, it's always different. I don't know. I don't really know which one to believe, but I'm pretty sure it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, she knows it's a couple hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then she says, no, I don't really know. I don't know which one to believe. Come on. Oh, God. This lady is so unhinged. All right, guys. Okay. We're going to have to stop it here, you guys. Like I said, I really tried to finish it, but, I keep stopping and laughing. I can't ever get just an analysis how people want me. I just want you to analyze it. Stop stopping the video. well, then watch it on the channel, all right? This is why, I tell everybody that watches my videos, go to the channel if you don't want to hear my voice, if you don't want to hear me interrupting. I still get comments though that are like, oh, I would just love to see the video without your interruptions. Yeah, then go watch the original video. And I always link the video too in the description, just in case people are like, this is not what I wanted. I wanted the video. Go look at it. It's linked. It's linked. If you don't want to hear me talk, don't come to my channel. Right? Like rabbit hole rocks. Like rocks talks all the fucking time. This is what I do. I just chat the whole time. It's that's all I do. Remember, I'm a professional shit talker. I should probably put it up on my should I do that? Should I put that in the description of my channel? Hello, my name is Roxy. I'm a professional shit talker. That way people are not like, "Oh my god, so unprofessional." No, I'm very professional. Believe me. Anyway. Oh god. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'd like to talk about it. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining today's live stream. Before we go, I do want to thank everybody that supports the channel. Thank you. Oh my God, I missed one. Nini, thank you. Aw, sorry I missed it. Analyzing data polls is so good for you. Right. Yeah, analyze data, guys. It's so good for you. Yeah. Have you ever just analyzed? It's good. Yeah, that's something that Nichol Kessinger would say for sure. Eric, thank you so much for the super chat. Debbie, thank you so much. And Nini, thank you. And please analyze. It's good for you. Uh, oh, right. Let's go ahead and here, I'll just let it. I'll leave it up for a little bit more. And of course, I want to thank everybody else with the jewels. Tiger, thank you so much. Anit, thank you so much. Angela, Soil Blue, Tiger, Angela, Chrissy, thank you guys so much for all the jewels. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Tiger, Angela, Tiger, Soil Blue. Angela, thank you again. Tiger, Carrie Fawcett, thank you again. Tiger, Soil Blue, thank you so much. Nancy, and Carrie Fawcett and Soil Blue and Tiger again. Thank you guys so much. These are so cute. I really love these. Look at this, the watermelon. So cute. I like all these cute little things, guys. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll now. Thank you to everybody who voted. We had how many votes? 70, what? 77? Is that how many we had? Oh my God, Dragon Onion. Thank you so much. Look at that with the hot pink. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you, Dragon Onion. You're so sweet. Oh my God. Here, let's go ahead and celebrate. Let's celebrate. Happy birthday to you, Dragon Onion. I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful birthday. Forgot to give you birthday. Aw. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you exist. Thank you for existing. Wow, you guys are so sweet. Thank you all so much. I love doing these with you guys. It's fun. I look forward to it every single day. I remember in the beginning I said, oh, guys, I can't do live streams every day. Well, I do them every day because I enjoy them so much. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to have more work because, I have videos and all this stuff, but it doesn't matter because I enjoy this. I enjoy this with you guys. I love hearing your guys' perspectives too. So yeah, I think it's really important to hear everybody, except for blamers, of course, right? Doesn't need to be said. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you all. Yeah, thank you. All right, guys. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. Yeah, thank you so much to my moderators. Thank you to my members and thank you to my subscribers. If you like this live stream and you're still not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It is free. You're just following the channel and then go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, hype, all the good stuff. Get my content out there to other people. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, I'm trying to figure out if we're going to have a video or a live stream tomorrow. I think it might be a video, but I will let you guys know before time. I need to really check if I'll have time to edit, but I'll let you all know. Anyway, I'll still see you guys tomorrow either way. So thank you guys so much. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Take care. I'll leave you guys to some ASMR, as I always do. All right. Bye, guys.